Testing 1 2 3, testing 1 2 3. We are about to get started in just a moment. Punch that like button, ladies and gentlemen, on your way in the room. Shout out to the Mod Squad representing. I see you, D Wade, Smarter Carter, Andres Negron, Airborne 2, Mod Squad, stand up. I see you. The homie Dwayne in the building. What's up, man? I see you, Reckless. Let's get it. Fans up the comment section. Make sure you hit that like button, ladies and gentlemen. Ain't no better time to be a Dolphins fan, baby. Where my two and ears at? I know you're there. I see all the two and ears checking in. That's what's up. It's about to be a good season, y'all. Super Bowl. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, I said it. Super Bowl. Yeah, I said it. Again, make sure you punch that like button. Shout out to the homie Miami Native. I had to make sure you got that mod. Shout out to the Denver Broncos. 2 picks in the top 10. Yeah, that might just be us. Kyle Pitts and Michael Parsons. Yeah, I said it. What you think? Time to win, y'all. Super Bowl time. We've been loyal fans for too long. It's time for the organization to get back. We love our team. I mean, who doesn't? But when are we going to get that Super Bowl? This year. You ain't got to believe it. And the truth is, I understand why you don't. But it don't matter. It's happening. If you believe it, you can achieve it. Gloria said it. Do you think they believe it? I do. Climbing the highest mountain. Lombardi, baby. Nothing more, nothing less. We need it, Miami. Dolphins. Yeah. Just having a little fun, y'all. Got my new mic, got my new little setup. Exploring with a few things. Make sure y'all hit that like button. We're about to get started. Less than 2 minutes. Roman wants to know, is it pre-recorded or is he talking live? I don't know, Roman. What you think? Woo! TDPHINSTALK. We about to win it. Yeah, we about to win it. Nah, I ain't gonna say it go around. I'm just messing with y'all, man. Oh, man. But in all seriousness, so I appreciate y'all loyal support. Appreciate y'all vibing with me. Appreciate y'all always supporting TDPHINSTALK. Thank y'all for always rocking with me. Thank you for hitting the like button. From all my haters, the same thing applies. We love you. We love you. We love you. We strive to turn you from your hateful ways. Nothing but love over here. All right. Remember that. Mr. Waddle. Mr. Waddle. Mr. Waddle. Mr. Waddle. Mr. Waddle. Y'all know I'm having fun, man. Y'all better stop that mess. It's more like pizza Parsons. Let's get it. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to TDPHINSTALK, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. Man, y'all know I'm just having fun, man. I got a lot of new equipment, so I'm making the best of it. Just vibing, man. How y'all doing today? I hope all is well. What's going on with everybody? What is going on, man? Look like I got a little blurriness. See, I'm working new with a lot of equipment, so if things don't go perfectly right on this stream, trust me when I tell you it will get better over time. I'm trying to, I got a lot of new stuff, all right? So I'm trying to get it to work, get it to go right, and do what it needs to do, man. Shout out to Derek Log with the donation, said all love, TD, big things ahead for this franchise, Smith or Waddle. Yes, man. Hey, Derek, man, I appreciate the donation. Everybody who donates to the channel, all it does, it helps me do bigger and better things. Being able to have a better quality sound for you all with this new mic is because of most of you all that donate, those who hit the like button, those who watch the videos, having a new soundboard, cloud lifter, stream deck, and all this good stuff, man. It's just to make this production better. There are some big things to come. Have a lot of great things lined up for you all. I just got to continue to learn how to work it all right? But it's been a long time coming. But this is where we are, all right? Shout out to Aiden with the donation, said TD, one more time, Baker over Parsons. I'm Shock TV was here. Listen, Shock TV, you done changed the name, but listen, Baker over Parsons, to each his own, bro. I'll just say to each his own. Baker has been in this NFL, so I'm not going to argue with you, Baker's been in the league. Parsons can come in and bust up the joint. So I get it, man. I can't knock that. It's a fair argument until Parsons comes in this league and proves something. But I will say Parsons has a much higher upside from the day Baker came in versus the day Parsons is coming in. But that don't mean nothing. So I can see it to you, man. I can see it to you. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. We got 200 people rocking with us right now, but we only have 91 likes. Let's get that like button up. Show your love and support. TD doing his draft from the 100 yacht, 100-foot yacht. Shh, don't be telling them about my yacht, man. Come on now. I try to stay low key, man. Don't tell them about the yacht, man. I'm trying to be humble, man. Don't do me like that. All right. Shout out to Derek Lowe with the donation. It turned orange on me, man. That's what's up. It said, fund the dream, baby. Keep up the work. Now that's love, especially since you know what it's for, man. Nothing but love to you, Derek. I appreciate your support, bro. It goes a long way, man. Listen, man. Level Guidance said, my boy, what's up, man? Another donation. Aiden again said, I need my running mate, Shock TV. He knows. You already know what time it is, man. Hey, man. Hey, whenever I open it up for a guest to come on, if you cool with it, man, hop on, man. Let's chat, man. I want to hear some more about this Baker over Parsons and why you think that to be. I'm not saying that it's not true, but I want to hear more from you, man. But anywho, man, we got a good lineup today. I want to talk about several things in the Miami Dolphins world. Things that's been floating around. As y'all know, it's just been a lot of stuff, all right? A lot of stuff going on out here. Little minuscule things, rumors, and all that good stuff. Sometimes whenever we have moments like this, I like to let it all simmer up and think through it and hammer it out together. And that's what we're going to do tonight. If you check me out on Instagram, I post the preview to this show. So some of your questions will be read and answered tonight as well. Shout out to the homie Andres Madrid with the donation, said, TD, I finally figured it out, man. Our draft starts at 18. Pick 6 shouldn't even be ours. I won't be disappointed with whoever we get at 6. Not falling in love with any player. Learn that from you, bro. Well, you are very smart because the draft may not actually start at 18, Andres. It might start at 7. It might start at 8. It might start at 9. Ding, 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 ding. It might start at 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. It could start anywhere because I'm telling you now, the Miami Dolphins are in a prime position to be trading away. I'm not going to say what pick because all this speculation out here. Oh, we'll get into the subject. I'm not going to dive in yet. So you got me going early. All right. We'll get into the subject in just a moment. All right. We're going to get into that in just a moment, give you my true thoughts on it because some people's minds are going in a direction that they need to reverse it. It might be the total opposite, but we'll get there. We'll get there. It may not sound all good and sexy, what everybody loves, but we will get there. All right. Aiden said Parsons has a questionable work ethic and unproven. When I open it up, Aiden, I want you to go ahead, come through. Because listen, I love you, bro. But hey, man, I might have to cook you on that one. Because if you believe in Flores, does it matter? That's Flores' job to turn that work ethic around. That's what we hired him for. That's what we hired him for. The guy who can get guys to believe in the cause. That's a true leader. And my definition of a leader is someone who can enlist the aid of others to accomplish a common task. And I think Flores can do that with almost anyone, unless you got these off the field issues. He tried with Mark Walton and what's your boy name at left tackle out here dancing on cars and it look like let me stop. Anyway, y'all know who I'm talking about, left tackle from Tennessee. But anyway, well, I digress. All right, but let me say this: you're gonna have to listen, Aiden. You need to tell it to Flores. Don't tell it to me. Flores is the one who walk around here. Oh, I love me some Parsons. So them ain't TD words, bro. Them ain't TD words. Those are Brian Flores' words. I love me some Parsons. That's Brian Flores, homie. So, hey, you take that up with him, or you can still take it up with me. I think Brian Flores, his opinion holds a lot more weight. Just my thoughts, at least for now. You know how that go. All right. Anywho, but again, thank y'all for tuning in. Yeah, Isaiah Wilson, Dwayne. Isaiah Wilson, shirt off on the truck, just living it up. Oh my gosh, man. I'm laughing about it, but deep down inside, it's just sad, man. You're the number one first round talent in the NFL, and you giving up that kind of cash to go dance on top of trucks. Oh my gosh, I'm laughing, but it's sad, honestly. Anywho, man, Ada said, I think I just have a blasty. Oh, I thought that was an L. Biasty for Baker. I can't move on. Baker young and get men. 120 total. I love Parsons. Just love Baker too much to move him aside. I get it. But Aiden, you done been on here long enough to know. Is it about your personal preference in what you love, or is it about the Miami Dolphins eventually bringing it home and winning a Super Bowl? That's what you got to ask yourself, homie. I get it. Trust me. I get it. You ain't going to find a bigger Ryan Tannehill fan than this guy right here. But before we even traded him, I said it. I said, it's necessary now. Not because I don't believe in him, but it's best for the team because you're still not going to find out anything from Ryan Tannehill blowing this thing up and starting over. Let him go on. Let's start this whole thing new. Okay? So is it about you and your feelings and what you want, or is it about winning that ultimate prize, hoisting that Lombardi, getting that Super Bowl? That's what it's about, man. And the sooner we all come to that realization and stop falling in love with players and fall in love with the organization, the quicker we'll be on board with a lot of the things that we have done and a lot of the things that we are going to do. And with that being said, that's a great segue into the first topic, ladies and gentlemen. I want y'all to put it in the comment section right now. And I know y'all don't like talking about this topic I'm about to bring up. I know you hate it, but I need your help in the comment section right now. I want you to put it in the comment section. Just answer the question. What Miami Dolphin has the highest probability of getting traded on draft night? Let me know what y'all think. Put it in the comment section right now. Put it in the comment section right now. Shout out to the homie Aiden Tubbs. He said, but Tannehill was injured and a bit old. I get it, but miss me with the old Brady's showing you quarterbacks can go forever. So I don't know about that, but injured, I get that. Makes sense. So it looks like everybody's saying Xavier Howard and somebody even saying Gesicki. Stop with that Tua stuff. Oh, I got a revelation to give y'all at the end of this stream. I'm gonna tell y'all straight up something about Tua, and y'all gonna have to hear me good and clear. Okay, we'll talk about that at the end of the stream. But X, Parker, Gesicki, interesting. Let me tell y'all something, man. This draft can either be as basic as possibly can be, or it is going to be a real roller coaster rodeo ride. Or it is going to be a straight up rodeo. And there's a lot of things flying around, a lot of rumors and stuff about certain veterans getting ready to might be having their exit. Now, I'm going to go ahead and give you my top 5 players on the Miami Dolphins right now who could be traded on draft night. Now, that don't mean all 5 of them are getting traded. You know how people do. They're going to go on Twitter after this and be like, T crazy. He said these 5 guys getting traded on draft night. No, we are not trading 5 guys on draft night. We're not trading 3 guys on draft night. Maybe. But but there are guys that could definitely be traded on draft night. The number one player that could be traded on draft night, in my opinion, of course, y'all already know who I'm going to say. No, you don't. Jerome Baker, ladies and gentlemen. Jerome Baker could be traded on draft night, in my opinion, because there are a few replacement options for him in this draft. We're going to talk about the rumors with trades and things like that. But when you hear these rumors, think about it. We're going to get to it later. But if Miami did trade backup, it's not for a receiver. It's probably not for a receiver, y'all. It's probably one of the best linebackers in this draft. That's just my take. Also, whoever gets drafted at number 6, that's something as well. So my order is Jerome Baker, number 1, Mike Gesicki, number 2, Devontae Parker, number 3, and Xavier Howard, number 4. And number 5, Jakeem Grant. Why did I throw Jakeem Grant in there number 5 and not like earlier? Because he's the least, he's the guy that they wouldn't, if they did trade him, it'll be the least painful, is because he could definitely be traded as part of a package. He could definitely be traded as part of a package. So those are the 5 guys. And you know why I stick those 5 guys in there? Because once again, they're not Flores guys. Flores didn't bring them into this league, him and Chris Greer. Remember, that was Tannenbaum and Gase. That was Tannenbaum and Gase. Somebody said Flores loves Grant. Flores loved Laramie Tunsil too. So good. Flores loved Laramie Tunsil too. It ain't about that, y'all. Y'all gotta stop that. Come on, where did Flores come from? Where did Flores come from? Flores may be a guy that shows passion, empathy, sympathy, whatever, all of the athies. Flores may show it, but don't forget where he came from. Don't forget who he was brought up by. Let's get that straight now. He wants to win, and he's not going to put his relationship with the player between that. These are grown men. Go to the next team, get your money, and we still have the same relationship. Anytime you need me, hit me up, man. Good luck on your journey. I'm always here for you. No love lost. Like, why do we sit here and act like this is a real relationship of, no, you got to be at home at night by 10 o'clock. What are you doing out 3 a.m? We're supposed to be married.
What type of married people live this kind of life? No, that ain't it. That ain't what's going on. For some reason, we have that thought process, like he has to have that type of commitment to a player. If you get hurt, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna be with you. You're gonna be on this team because I love you. If you play trash for the next 5 years, I'm still gonna love you. You're gonna be on this team because I love you. No, it's not how it works. It's business. You move on, and as a man, you still love them and respect them. So y'all stop that, okay? Y'all stop that, all right? So those are the 5 players that I think could be traded on draft night. This is about to be the biggest roller coaster ever on draft night, and I'm here for it. I'm all here for it. Shout out to Aiden. He said, wasn't Gase the coach for Tunsil? Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was. And they traded Tunsil. Yeah, he was. Thank you, Mike Harper. Thank you for driving my point home. Mike Harper had a great comment in the comment section. He said, yep, Van Noy is a perfect example. Flores, that's his boy. That's his boy. That is his boy, man. So ladies and gentlemen, it's no longer, that ain't how it worked no more, all right? Y'all hit that like button for me. All right, let's move right along, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get into something I wanted to talk about real quick, because this is just a quick addressing of the Miami Dolphins fans, all right? Shout out to the homie EM Dolphin fan. What's up, man? I hope all is well. He said all this draft talk, Thursday can't get here soon enough. You ain't never lied, bro. You ain't never lied. But you know what? It's about to be here, man. We 5 days away. It's about to be live. I just feel like something huge is about to happen, bro. Something is going to happen. We're going to see what it is, all right? Now, I want to get to some house cleaning real quick. When I say house cleaning, it's typically addressing Miami Dolphin fans, okay? I'm going to prove to y'all why people are just so in love with players instead of the team. So Omar Kelly was on Twitter. Shout out to Omar Kelly, by the way. And he tweeted something, and the results were like mind-boggling to me, y'all. He had about 5,000 votes on this, all right? 5,000. So this is a great sample size of the Miami Dolphin fan base. He said the Dolphins can't walk away addressing all of their needs in the draft. Which one are you most comfortable with Miami not addressing with the top 100 pick? So I'm going to list the 4 positions, and I want you in the comment section to tell me which one of these positions are you most comfortable with them not addressing. I mean, literally not addressing. Which one of these 4 are you comfortable with them not addressing? Defensive end, edge, right? Center is number 2. Running back is number 3. And receiver is number 4. Which one of those 4 are you most comfortable if they don't address it? Let me read it one more time. Number 1 is the edge, defensive end. Number 2 is the center. Number 3 is the tailback. And number 4 is the receiver. Now, I see all y'all comments in the comment section. And that's it. See, y'all comments make me proud. Y'all comments make me proud because I see some of y'all. Oh, come on, Michael. You gonna do that to me, Michael. You the homie, man. You the homie. Now I gotta chastise my homie, man, for putting that up there. So what I was gonna say is, y'all make me feel good because not many of y'all at all. I only seen 1 or 2 people, and Miami Native does it too, that put an answer that should have been the least, but it was the most. Do you know what the most people, 50%, half of the 5,000 people put? Do you know what position half of the people put? Put it on the comment section. Please get this right. The fan base, half of the fan base put a specific answer, and I was blown away. I ain't gonna lie, it made me mad. I just said, we are so lost. We are so lost. We are so lost. It's a bad answer for all y'all putting wide receiver. It is a bad answer. Okay? No. They 50% of the people said center. 50% of Miami Dolphin fans said the center position is the position that if they didn't address, they'd be just fine. Why? You can't make this up, y'all. You cannot make it up. 50% says center would be the position that'd be like, oh yeah, that's fine. What? I could not believe it. I could not believe it. Like, are people not in tune with this team? Shout out to Aiden with the donation. He said, running back don't win championships. It's a fact. Look at the Eagles or the Patriots. Exactly. Somebody said we don't need center. Who gonna play center in 2022? Can somebody answer the question right now? If we don't get a center in the top 3 rounds in this draft, who playing center in 2022? Please tell me who playing center in 2022? I'm waiting on y'all to put a name in the comment section. I ain't talking about this year. See, wide receiver, you got plenty of people on the roster that can still be here to play wide receiver in 2022 after this season. No, don't give me Skura and Dieter. You know Skura is on a 1-year deal and is a bridge. And if Dieter can't beat him out, we got even bigger problems. We got even bigger problems. We got plenty wide receivers and guys in position that we can have long term. Running back, we got 3 of them, and we're probably going to address it in the draft. But at the same token, it ain't the one that we least. Center is. Defensive end, who we got signed at the defensive end position after this year? Emmanuel Ogbah ain't even under contract no more after this year. He ain't even under contract no more after this year. And we got him on the low. We got him on the low. So we definitely probably going to invest in an edge in this draft in the first 100 picks at a cheap price, a good young talent that can be developed. See, Dolphins' minds, they only live, the fans, their mind. No, don't give me no Dieter and Zeiler and all of those guys who going to come in and give you a little punch here and there. We talk about 3 down, that dude. Now, I ain't taking nothing away from the guys that you just named, but y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. Y'all just named the Zeiler and all of those guys. Where did it stop it? They are great talents. They are going to make huge plays, but you know exactly what I mean whenever I say this. We need another edge. With Ogbah, we all know we need another edge. How can you do 50% of the vote say if we don't get a center, we fine? And then, now watch this. We done got wide receivers. We done loaded up in the draft, and we done got everything everybody wanted. And if the center keep getting pushed backwards and Tua looking like trash, then what you gonna say? Then what are you gonna say, ladies and gentlemen? I'm here for it. Please tell me. If the center keep getting pushed back and not holding his blocks, what are you gonna say? Well, at least we got a running back. That's what I'm talking about, man. Come on, y'all. We shout out to the homie Jose with the donation. Said, sorry if anyone called me stupid. I'm new to this. Can a team draft twice in the top 10? Is that allowed? I was gonna say get Pitts and Chase and Najee. Nothing stupid when you're new to it, man. It's when you repeat the same mistake over and over, and that's not something that you did. So appreciate you. I'm having the boldness to ask the question regardless of what you thought about it. But to answer your question, a team can pick as many times as they want in the first round or the top 5 or the top 10, as long as they have the capital to do so. The Miami Dolphins only have the number 6 pick and the number 18 pick, number 36, number 50, so forth, so on, or whatever. But we have options where we can trade up, trade down, and do things to acquire further picks. So the answer is yes, they can, but they have to acquire the assets to do so somehow. And we're going to talk about one of those scenarios coming up soon. All right. So stay tuned. And I appreciate the donation, showing love to the channel, by the way. All right. So moving right along, y'all. The second highest position that people said, it's okay if we don't get one. 23% of the people said edge, defensive end. 23%. So you mean to tell me center and edge, it's okay? It's okay? 16% said running back, which is fair, and 11% said receiver. Only 1 out of every 10 people, like, I know what was driving it, ladies and gentlemen. This is what was driving it, okay? Everybody has a favorite receiver that they want in this draft, whether it's Smith or Waddle or it's Chase, you know, whatever it is, okay? That's what's happening right now. Out of those 3 guys, somebody has a favorite out of all 3. And they just want to see us get one of their favorite or one of those guys. They want Tua to have everything he could possibly have to his disposal. Nothing's wrong with that. But a lot of this has to do with Tua. A lot of this has to do with Tua. A lot of it has to do with Tua. The 2 most impactful things that would help Tua, number 1 is the center. And number 2 is the running back, which helps you with the running game. But we're okay without those things. We got to stop. We got to be about this team, making this team better. We have to be about this team, y'all. Make the team better. Don't worry about Tua. He's going to be just fine. But how is this team going to do? And I said this before, and I know it's a little controversial, but the sad thing about many of our fans in today's world is like, if Tua has 5,000 yards, 50 touchdowns, and we go 4-13 this year, we win 4 games and lose 13, they'll be just fine with it. You know why? Because Tua balled out. It wasn't his fault. We got to do better than that. We have to do better than that. Tua's going to be just fine. As it stands right now, he's gonna get every opportunity to be the guy this year. He's gonna have better protection with the young O-line that's growing another year. He got another beautiful weapon in Will Fuller and healthy wide receivers that should be coming back. The defense might have even improved. We're gonna go get a running back in the draft, some more O-line help, maybe even another receiver and or tight end. He's gonna be just fine, y'all. He's gonna be fine this year. Don't worry. Don't overcompensate to make sure just to prove a point. Because I am telling y'all, especially for those who are ready to say, told you so, TD, you ain't tell me nothing. Because I'm right there with you. Tua time. It's going to be all right. We need to put this team first. Andre said, that's the thing, TD. Everyone is already in love with Pitts. I'd rather not get Pitts, not make sure we get a positional need like free safety, edge, or center. We're going to talk about that, Andres, because that's some real talk. I love Pitts too. We got to get Pitts at 6, but at the same token, if we can acquire more assets and have an opportunity to get an edge of the future and a center of the future, I go for that 10 times out of 10. I'd go for that 10 times out of 10. Aiden said, what are the wrenches next to people's names? How do you get it? I don't watch YouTube that much, but it seems like you know them very well. Well, those are the mods, all right? So the next time you comment, you'll see a wrench on your name as well, all right? Those are the mods. They hold down the comment section. It does come with a responsibility of making sure that any of the trolls that come in the comment section, you put them in timeout. But we don't abuse the opportunity to be a mod. We want to, their sole purpose is looking out for me. So that's why I know them so well. They look out for me. They're my friends. They make sure while I'm delivering the best content that I possibly can, that we have a nice, productive conversation going on in the comment section, and the trolls aren't coming through. They don't block people who disagree. They don't block people who have a difference of opinion. They only time people out that disrespect, profanity, do all that unnecessary stuff that can get me flagged or brought down. So shout out to the mod squad. If you're a mod, put it in the comment section right now. Let them know. Show them wrenches, y'all. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all as always. Thank y'all for holding me down on a regular. Flipside Fishing in the house. I see you, man. Mods appreciation. Yes, absolutely. All day, every day. They hold me down, man. The comment section wouldn't be popping and going the way that it is if it wasn't for them. So shout out to the mods. Dolphins advocate Mariano. Shout out to the homie. Y'all make sure y'all check him out. Smarter Carter in the building. OG Micro Z. Miles Johnson. Salute to you, homie. Reckless Inman. I see you. The mods are showing up right now. You see them. All right. So I appreciate y'all. Also, membership is going to be coming soon, y'all. So y'all make sure y'all look out for that. You don't have to become a member, but if you want to become a member, the option will be there for you in the near future. All right. What's good with you, Darren? I see you, homie. My squad, stand up. Andres. Anyway, let's move right along, all right? But that blew me, y'all. The tweet, the Omar Kelly tweet, it just shows me how off base and a lot of our fans are, because they're about what they want to see versus what's best for the team. So that's something that really, really doesn't sit great with me, all right? Now, let's get into a hearty conversation. A hefty conversation, the real tea, the real juice, the real what's going on with the Denver Broncos. Have y'all heard about what's going on with Denver and Miami? Let me know in the comment section. Yes or no? Yes or no in the comment section. Have you heard what's going on? Have y'all heard what's going on? Let me know in the comment section. Ooh, I'm getting some no's. Are y'all serious? Come on, y'all kidding me? Oh, there go a few yeses. More money, you know what time it is. You get a new mic, TD. Yes, got a new mic. Hopefully it sounds great. I hope it sounds really great. Hope y'all enjoy it. I haven't even set the settings on it, so it probably can sound 10 times better than it does now. So I don't know. I haven't even clicked the settings and all of that. So I just hooked it up and I got excited like a little kid in a candy store. This is the industry best mic, by the way. This is like literally the best mic. Michael Jackson used to record on this mic. If you look at any YouTube podcast, a big one or anything, you'll see this exact mic. This is the industry's best microphone that they have on the market. And I've been saving up for it, y'all. I've been saving up for it. So it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. It sounds very good. Yeah, it has all kind of stuff in it. And anywho, Denver Broncos. Denver Broncos. So I don't know what got into the Denver Broncos general manager, whoever. But George Patton said that he spoke with Miami Dolphins GM Chris Grier yesterday, and that the Dolphins have the number 6 pick. The two worked together in Miami from 2001 and 2006. So Grier and George Patton, they're real tight, right? And for some reason, he thought that it was important to tell the media, I spoke with the Miami Dolphins and Chris Grier yesterday, just out the blue. Like why? Okay. Well, maybe that means something, right? And the reason why is because let me ask y'all something. Does the Denver Broncos have any glaring needs? Let me know in the comment section. Does the Denver Broncos have any glaring needs that you all know about? Let me know. Let me guess. They want something stupid. They work together, right? Yes, they did. Name correction, TD. Okay, George Patton. Thanks for the name correction, TB. So yeah. So anyway, they need a QB. So here's what's bothering me. Everybody has been hitting me up for the last 24 hours asking me, TD, man, we might trade up from 18 to 9. TD. And I'm sitting here in my head like, And I could be off, y'all. But why do y'all think we gonna trade from 18 to 9? Why wouldn't you think that the conversation was about them moving up to 6? I really want to understand that right now. Everybody is sitting here telling me, TD, man, we might be trading up from 18 to 9. We might have number 6 and 9. And I'm looking at the Denver Broncos, who have already said they love their young kid, but at the end of the day, you know, he can be a leader all he wants and talk. This is what came out of the organization, by the way. He's a great leader and he talks the talk, but, you know, and they said it respectfully. They said, but you got to be able to walk to walk. And we might be looking for our quarterback of the future. So why do people think that they want to give up number 9 when they might be wanting to move up to 6? Now, I'm not ruling out giving up number 9 because I'm going to give y'all that scenario too, okay? But I just have to halt people for a second and say, what if they talked about Miami moving out of 6 and going to 9? And let me tell y'all the truth. Here's what I believe is going on. I think they found out that the first 4 picks, like I've been telling y'all, will be quarterbacks, whether Atlanta selects one or not. They may be trading out, but the first 4 picks are likely to be quarterbacks, okay? Number 5 is either going to be Sewell or Chase. And if Pitts is there on the board, the Miami Dolphins may select Kyle Pitts. Now, if for any strange reason Atlanta goes ahead and takes Pitts or whatever it may be, and Miami, whoever they're targeting, Sewell, Chase, Pitts, or whatever, if they're not on the board at 6, Miami is probably like, Denver, we don't want to make a trade with you now, but if the guy we want is not there at 6, we will give you a phone call and say we'll accept the trade that we have just, in principle, agreed upon if we don't get our guy at 6. I think that's just what's going on. Denver wants to move up to 6 to get a quarterback because there's too many other teams like the Raiders. Literally, the Raiders are in the market talking all this rumbling. The Patriots. I mean, all these teams thinking about moving up in the top 10 to take one of those guys. And Miami is sitting there saying, if our guy doesn't fall the way that we wanted to at number 6, we'll give you a call and we'll move down to 9, and we still may have a chance to get a receiver, or we'll just right then and there go ahead and take Micah Parsons. I think that's what Miami Dolphins is. I think that's what they're doing. I think that's what the Miami Dolphins are doing. They have made it. They have set up a they have made an agreement on a contingency plan. So the Denver Broncos are sitting back like, hey, let's see what happens at 6. Does Miami get the guy that they want? And I'm not going to speculate who that is. But I think that's exactly what's happening. They're saying, does Miami get the guy they want? Oh, Miami's calling. They didn't get who they wanted. Hey, can we do it? Yeah, we want to pull the trigger. And this is something that's not going to happen until draft night potentially. So I think that's what might be happening, because what will they also acquire if they trade it with Denver? They wouldn't just acquire the number 9th pick, but they might be taking their 2nd round pick as well, just to move up to get their quarterback. So Denver sees a guy on the board and says, I want that quarterback. They move up with Miami. Miami goes to number 9, and Micah Parsons could very well be there at number 9. And then they have yet an additional 2nd round pick. And I believe that gives the Miami Dolphins all the leverage in the world to now take the number 36 pick and couple that with about a 4th round pick and move up to like 32 or 31 or 30 or 29. They can get back in the 1st round year so that they can get a quality player that can guarantee that 5th-year option. But that additional 2nd round pick, we'd be picking 3 times in the 2nd round. No, you can't ask for it any better than that. I am not opposed to that plan. If Miami trades number 6 for number 9 and they pick up an additional 2nd round pick, you get Micah Parsons, you get whoever you want at 18, or trade up more, or trade back 18, or get someone at 18. Now the 3 picks in the 2nd round is where you making your money. Ladies and gentlemen, 3 picks in the second round is where you are going to win this draft. You are going to blow this draft out of the water. And somebody said it's pick number 40. I appreciate that because I didn't know which pick it was. Even better, 36, 40. Come on, and another one. In the second round is where you're going to win this draft. And if you have 3 picks in the second round, come on, ladies and gentlemen. Come on. Do you know what we can get with 3 second-round picks? You can get your center. You can get your running back. You can get your safety for the future. Come on. Like, let me tell you what's scary about this. I went when I did a stream a few days ago. I told y'all the non-Flores guys: Xavier Howard, Jerome Baker, Devontae Parker, Mike Gesicki, and there's one more. Xavier Howard, Mike Gesicki, Devontae Parker, Jerome Baker. Who am I missing? There's one more non-Flores guy. I can't remember right now. Y'all will remind me in just a second. Bobby McCain, thank you. You know what's funny about it? Jerome Baker, Micah Parsons. Number 18, you grab your edge, whatever one they like, right? I ain't worried about Jakeem Grant. I don't include him in that. We talk about some of the most valuable ones. I mean, Jakeem Grant is valuable. I know it sounds like I be ragging on these guys, but y'all get my point. 444 people watching. Y'all hit that like button. 444. All right, but Jerome Baker, Micah Parsons at number 6. Your edge guy at number 18. At number 36, you get your running back. At number 40, you get your center potentially. I mean, it can go either way, right? Y'all see where I'm going with this? Like, most of the guys will be replaced. They could be replaced in 2 rounds, with the exception of Xavier Howard, which I don't mind keeping Xavier Howard. I just know that if we're ever going to try to get something from him, it has to be now. But if they're going to ride out with him, then we need to commit to that. Give him a little bit more money and keep him in good spirits. That's my thoughts. So 5 picks in the first 2 rounds would be golden for the Miami Dolphins, putting the cherry on top for this organization, because most of those positions will already have somebody in place for at least 1 more year. And let me tell you the beautiful thing about it. We might be able to get away with it where we bring in Micah Parsons, but Jerome Baker's still on the roster. You see what I'm saying? You bring in an edge, but you still got Emmanuel Ogbah who's in front of him, hopefully teaching them how to pass them. Sorry to say. You bring in a center in the second round, hoping Matt Skura can give them all they need to take the reins if Dieter don't step up. Y'all see where I'm going with this? You bring in your safety and let Bobby McCain show him the ropes. But that's how it works. And I hate saying this, but it's the Patriot way. So next year, those guys can hit the open free market. They can hit the open free market. And ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you another thing. Miami letting those guys hit the open free market is actually a reward for them. That's rewarding them. They're going to get more money on the open market than Miami would ever give them. So all this, Miami needs to do their players right. To be honest, in this specific situation, letting them hit the open market would be the reward. Of course, if they don't get hurt this year, if their stock doesn't fall this year. So there is a catch-22, because also you can expect some of these rookies to get some valuable reps as well, which is going to diminish their value as well. So maybe you can still keep them on a good deal. I don't know. Ooh, that's why they're all tradable. But that was the scenario that I truly believe, ladies and gentlemen. That's the one that I believe. Everybody's been going around saying that we're going to have 2 top 10 picks. I'm so sorry to report to y'all. I believe that Miami just secured a contingency plan if their guy isn't there at 6. And I'm not going to sit here and speculate who their guy is at 6. I like to think that it's Kyle Pitts, but it may not be. It may not be. But I know that if their guy isn't there at 6, they're ready to make the deal with Denver and let Denver move up for their quarterback. Now, let's take the flip side of it. Let's take the flip side of it, okay? Miami, Chris Greer and George Patton, they've been discussing Miami moving up from 18 to 9. Okay, let's go that route. Once again, that means Denver is conceding that they won't be getting a top quarterback that they like. That's number one, which is fine. That's possible too, y'all. I'm not knocking this scenario out the water. I'm just telling you, I think that the real conversation was them moving up. But they could move out to 18, give us number 9. And to be quite honest with y'all, what would that cost? It would probably cost our number 36 pick, though. I'm assuming that would cost number 18 and 36 to move up to 9, and you might still be giving away a future 4th somewhere in that realm. And I wouldn't be mad about that either. I wouldn't be mad about that. Why? Because that means at number 6, you probably got your guy. I think it's Penei Sewell. And you're still getting Micah Parsons at 9. I like that scenario too. You move up and you go get you 2 blue chip players. You go get Pitts and Parsons. That's Gesicki and Baker. 2 guys whose agents have already reached out to Chris Greer and told them what they'd like to see happen from a contractual standpoint. Then Greer shook his head. Okay, thanks for letting me know. I'll get back to you when I can. Translation, after the draft and or draft night. That's how it works, y'all. That's how it works. Another thing I want to discuss real quick in this regards, I need Miami Dolphin fans to understand something. The way that this team is built, it is special right now. Some could argue, man, if we get a high level of quarterback play, we could be a Super Bowl contender. I mean, you could argue all type of stuff with this roster because it's coming together. It's starting to look very nice and very respectable to the fact of we might be starting to feel very comfortable going to war with anyone. We might feel very comfortable going to war with anyone. You can argue that. But let me step back because a lot of people always say, TD, man, trust the process. It's a process. It's going to take time. The real time is 2022. It's not now. Chill, bro. Chill. That's what they've been telling me for 2 years. Chill, bro. Chill. Trust me. Even this year, don't expect anything. Just they're going to be making moves and making the team better. But 2022 is the year. Then if I'm to believe that, ladies and gentlemen, then let me put a quick pause in everything. If that's the truth, then it's even more likely that they will be trying to go get a Micah Parsons and a Kyle Pitts because they go ahead and trade Mike Gesicki for a 3rd rounder or a 4th or a 2nd rounder if they can, and they trade Jerome Baker for a 3rd rounder and have more draft capital this year and replace them with younger, cheaper guys because they're going to be cheaper when it's all said and done and get a 5th-year option on them and let those guys develop their rookie year under Tua. Because Tua still has to develop this year. I mean, I don't think this is the year where he comes out and, oh my gosh, but I think it's the year where you see the growth. Well, look at Tua. Okay, Tua putting it together now. It ain't Brady-esque, but you see the progression. You see him putting it together. So if we're still going to go through a process of growing, then we still got a whole nother year. And maybe that's why they haven't given Ogbah a bigger contract. Maybe that's why they'll never give Xavier Howard more money, because his last year with Miami might be this year on that last rebuild year. Or maybe they do give him the money. I don't know. Or maybe that's why they didn't give Gesicki and Jerome Baker the money, because they want to possibly go ahead and replace him. Because if they replace 2 to 3 of those guys, they won't be in a contract stronghold anymore for several years. You'd have 1 or 2 guys coming up every year until 3 years from now where you got multiple. But right now, they're dealing with a lot of contractual situations that nobody wants to talk about. Nobody want to talk about all these contractual situations that the Miami Dolphins are dealing with right now. What contractual situations, TD? Devontae Parker, guaranteed money is about to run out. I mean, they're not obligated to him after this year, and or they can trade. All of that makes a difference, ladies and gentlemen. Xavier Howard, same thing. This is the last year where his guaranteed money even matters. Jerome Baker, contract year. Are you going to give him money or let him play it out and hit the market? Contractual. Mike Gesicki, same thing. Emmanuel Ogbah, if I didn't say him yet, same thing. Matt Skura now, same thing. Will Fuller, same thing. Y'all see how that works? Not to mention, next year, am I mistaken if I say Christian Wilkins is going to need to be discussed next year? Same thing. See, these guys are starting to rotate around. See, Flores' regime is going to start to rotate around. Christian Wilkins, this will be his 3rd year, ladies and gentlemen. So in his 3rd year, when it's all said and done next year, they're going to have to talk about that contract too. You think they want to talk about all these people's contract at the same time? Yeah, the salary cap is going to go up. It's going to go up. We understand that, ladies and gentlemen. But at the same token, we have so many people in a contractual situation. And the tough part about it is the better we get, the more these players will be worth, because that means they have contributed in a major way to increase their value. Their stock ain't doing nothing but going up playing for the Miami Dolphins. And don't let us make the playoffs this year. Don't let Tua shine and we win a playoff game this year. Oh boy. Aiden said, TD, the defense will be elite with Jerome Baker. I'm not disagreeing with that, Aiden. But if the Miami Dolphins are smart, they go get Kyle Pitts and Micah Parsons. You know why? Let them share reps with them. Let them share reps with them. If Mike Gesicki is worth on the open market is worth $11 million a year on a 4-year contract, if Mike Gesicki his free agency next year, his contract is going to be somewhere around 4 years, $44 million, $26 million guaranteed. Facts. Might even be more, because everybody, the agents are going to know the cap is going up. You might be looking at Mike Gesicki 4-year, $50 million with 30 guaranteed. So what you do is you go bring in Kyle Pitts. You lower Gesicki's production because they're sharing time. And now you say, Gesicki, your stock ain't as high as it was. You still have value, but I can give you a fair amount. You want to go test this market, or you want to take this fair amount? And it's his choice, but his value will go down. Now, that's kind of unfair to the player. Don't get me wrong. You bring in a guy just as good, if not better, or whatever, and they share reps. And it's a first round pick, Kyle Pitts, but you're going to devalue Gesicki's value. You're going to devalue Gesicki's value. And it's unfair to the player, but at the same token, you got to run your books the best way you can and maneuver it however you can. And I'm with it. That's the name of the game. Don Burr said you can't get Pitts and Parsons. Impossible. Impossible ain't impossible at all, Don. If we can get Pitts at 6, we could definitely get Parsons at 9. If Denver wants to trade back and get number 18 and number 36, and we move up to 9, we can get both of them. I think Parsons could be there at 9. What do y'all think? Can Parsons be on the board at 9? Yes or no in the comment section. Do you think Parsons can fall to 9? And fall may not even be the right term because that's where he's projected around. He's projected like 8 to 12, if I'm not mistaken. So I think you can get him at 9, bro. And if you can't get Parsons at 9, that means yet another receiver fell to 9. Now you got Pitts and a receiver. So you already know what Devontae Parker's future is going to be at that point. Or Will Fuller, I don't know. But boy, oh boy. Hey, listen, you get Pitts and a receiver, you about to have one of the most competitive training camps at the wide receiver position that a team could ever have in their life. Pitts and Waddle. Shout out to the homie EM. Pitts or Waddle. Hey, it might happen. It might happen. I mean, I don't know the combination. But you know what? Let me tell you, the only way the Miami Dolphins lose in all of this is if at the end of draft night, they don't come away with one of these players, and I'm about to name several of them. Penei Sewell, Kyle Pitts, Michael Parsons, Chase, Smith, Waddle. I'm gonna even throw Surtain in there. I mean, if they don't come away with one, or even Slater, y'all, if they don't come away with one of those players, that's the only way they fail. It ain't the only way, because some of them players, if you pick at 6, it's like, what are you doing? You stop that Najee mess. Y'all stop. I'm all good for having Najee Harris. I'd love to have him on the team, but let's do this respective. Come on, let's have him where he belongs. Okay? I am not wasting a first round pick on a running back when you know you can still get a real good one at 36 if you need to. And don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, there's another key to all of this. There's another key to all of this that no one's talking about. There is a draft pick that's sitting there that everybody's ignoring that could still be used this year. The one we picked up in the original trade with all the trade backs. That still can be used. That can still be used. Somebody said, why not trade for a running back? Yeah, I mean, Miami Dolphins could do whatever they want, but let me tell you something. The days of trading for a running back, Miami needs to stop. They're just not good at it. They're just not good at it. No more trading for you. Either can't. Oh my God. You see one you want, you try to trade, they won't let you. You see one that's serviceable, you trade for them, and they're a bum. They ain't a bum, but they're a bum with us. Just stop. Get a young guy, try to develop him, let the franchise get excited about him and believe in him. Let us get a young running back in the second round and believe in him and make him a legend. Let us get behind him and make him a celebrity. Let us love our new running back in the second round, early second. That stop trading for him. Done with it. And don't get me wrong, there are great guys out there that we could trade for. It's just something about Miami doing that where they're going to come here and it ain't going to be worth it. Just my take. Y'all punch that like button. We got 468 people watching. Please hit that like button. Let's get over 300 likes, y'all. Persian Sneakerhead with the donation said, trade Xavier for Cowboys first, then pick Surtain. That's the crazy thing right now. This can be one of the wildest draft nights ever. Like I'm about to show y'all some chaos. Watch this. I'm going to show you some chaos. Miami picks Pitts at 6. They take number 18 and number 36 and they trade back up to number 9 and they select Michael Parsons. They trade Xavier Howard with the Dallas Cowboys and get the 10th overall pick, and they select, I don't know, Surtain, whoever you love, right? Patrick Surtain. They take the first round pick that they acquired in the trade with San Francisco, and they take the number 56 pick, trade back up in the first round, and get somewhere like, who knows, back in the teens. But I wouldn't want to unless it's for our edge. I don't know. It can go like, that's the beautiful thing about the Miami Dolphins. It could go as wild as we want it to go. It could get as crazy as we want it to be because we have the money. Not the money, but the capital. We have the draft capital. We have the players that are, their contract says we can trade them without consequence to a degree. We have all of that. I wouldn't do all that scenario I just gave you, but at the same token, we can do whatever we want. And I'm sorry, y'all. There's times I'm speaking right into the mic, and I'm not. I got to get used to it because this mic, it's like the perfect mic where I don't have to speak all up into it. You know, I can just back up and say what I got to say and have a good, clean, quality sound. So I got to get used to it. I'm used to when I want to emphasize something, getting closer to the mic. All right. Kevin said Finn's gonna get a wide receiver at 6. I don't see anything else because Pitt's gonna be gone. It may be. You might be right. I mean, I'm not ruling that out. If Pitts is gone, anything is at play at that point. Trust me, I think they would prefer to move out of the pick if Pitts is gone. But, you know, we'll see. A lot of people asked me, TD, did you see the Chiefs, what they did? They pulled a Tunsil type deal for Orlando Brown. Stop. They ain't pulled no Tunsil type deal for no Orlando Brown. That ain't no Tunsil type deal. Do y'all forget what we got for Tunsil? And are y'all forgetting that the Chiefs went to the Super Bowl and gave up the number 31 pick, the 31st pick, and any future picks are probably going to be later picks because they're still going to be contenders. They're not going to bomb and win 4 games like Houston. If you ask me, they barely got anything. Like the Ravens barely got anything for Orlando Brown because they sent stuff back. It's not even close, ladies and gentlemen. The trade wasn't even close to even being mentioned with the Laramie Tunsil trade. Do you know that the number 3 pick was worth more than what the Chiefs gave the Ravens? Our number 3 pick when we had it this year was worth more than everything that the Chiefs gave the Ravens. Everything. Ooh, shout out to my brother, Dougley Durong in the building. What's up with you, man? He says Saturday night, TD. What's good, brother, man? I've been letting a lot of this content pile up, so I wanted to do a really good stream just talking about it all, man, because it's been so dead. I ain't want to bore people with one little subject at a time, so I just let me hit it all on Saturday night, man. So we live. We're about to enjoy ourselves. In about 30 minutes, I'm going to bring people in, get their thoughts on some of this stuff, man. Man, he said, love the new mic, bud. Yes, man, it's amazing, man. It's amazing, man. It's pretty, it's nice. It's nice. But yes, man, shout out to Dougley Durong. Y'all already know what time it is. Doug is like at the peak of Miami Dolphins sports talk, y'all. Y'all got to go check him out. Check the channel out. That is my brother. Nothing but love. Always, any day of the week. Twice on Sundays. Y'all already know what time it is. I rocks with my boy, man. If I rocks with anybody, I rocks with Dougley Durong. Because, you know, even people like me that's always sitting here talking Miami Dolphins, we have our sources too. We have our people who we listen to. I every time I get a notification, I got to see what Doug talking about, man, and the perspective on it, man. So y'all make sure y'all check it out. Man, I'm not even gonna say that, but me and Doug, we actually just did a collab on Miami Sports Music with like 5 different Dolphins podcasters, and we did like a 2.5 hour collab, and it was amazing. And when we finished, the host realized they weren't recording it. But it's all good, man. Y'all got to go check out Miami Sports Music, man. Yes, man. We just like literally like 2 nights ago, we did like a 2.5 hour roundtable, Miami sports music. And yeah, and me and Doug were arguing on it. And I'm not gonna talk about what we were arguing on. See, Doug, since it wasn't recorded, now you can't hold me to saying that crazy stuff. Oh man. You can't hold me to the stuff I was saying, man, because I don't know what you're talking about. All right. But y'all make sure that y'all check out Miami Sports Music. Let me see here. Give y'all a quick look. Miami Sports Music. Stephen D certified. What would Shula do with Wade O? You got yours truly, TD Fans Talk. You got Dudley Durong who rocking with us right now. And listen, no excuses. All you got to do is click on his avatar and go subscribe to his channel right now. Then you got Talking About Them Dolphins with Jamie. Y'all make sure y'all go check out all these guys. All of us, we're all a part of Miami Sports Music. It's like the central hub to find all of us and great Dolphins content, y'all. So y'all make sure y'all check it out. And me and Doug, we represent Miami Sports Music as well. We do our thing, y'all. Doug said, what's up, everyone? If you haven't yet, hit the subscribe and like button for my brother. Yes, appreciate you, homie, man. We diving in, Doug. We diving in. We done talked about a lot of good stuff tonight. I'm about to open up the I'm about to send the link. I want to hear from some of y'all. I want to hear from some of y'all. What do you think? And we're doing one at a time. We're gonna have a good show tonight. We're not gonna let it be cluttered and all this and that. We one at a time. All right. I'm gonna drop the link. I want to know, what do you think? Okay, what do you think that the Miami Dolphins should do with their first round strategy? That is the question. That's what we're going to be discussing. All right. Again, let me say it one more time. What do you think the Miami Dolphins should do in their first round strategy? All right. Y'all give me a second. Let me get the link. Well, where is the link? Bear with me, y'all. Here it is. All right. Invite. Let's do. Oh, yep. All right. I'm dropping the link right now. If you want to join the stream, come on. Let's have a conversation. I want to know what you think the first round strategy should be. We stand on topic, y'all. I don't want to be rude. Y'all know I ain't no rude person, this and that, but I got to keep this on topic. We got to have some nice flowing shows that's on topic, not all over the place. We're about to elevate TD Fans Talk, take it to the next level. TD Sports Talk brand is about to explode. So we're gonna do some bigger and better things. All right. So the link has been dropped. Come through. I'll see you backstage. You gotta be cammed up. I'm not getting caught with all that crazy stuff no more. You got to be cammed up if you want to come through. All right. First up, Fans Up 72. What's up, man?
What's up, TD?
I'm great. Yourself?
Living life, man. Living life.
That's what's up, man. Talk to me, man. What do you think the strategy needs to be in the first round?
I definitely want Kyle Pitts at 6. I'm a big Florida Gators fan, so I definitely love Kyle Pitts at 6. After that, I just best players on the board, man, is all we need to do.
So you just all for a straight up 6 and 18 and call it a day?
Yeah, kind of. I kind of want an offensive tackle too, so whatever best offensive tackles there would be.
Any of them you got in mind?
Rashawn Slater, I like that kid.
Where do you think he's gonna go though?
Honestly, I think he might. I think he might go to New England. I hate to say it, but kind of have a feeling he's going to go to New
England. Wow, New England?
Yeah.
All right. Well, listen, man. You don't have any trades or anything like that you think that might be taking place?
I kind of see us moving back if the players there we don't want. Definitely could see us moving back.
Nice. What about in the second round? Anything on your mind? Any specific player you want?
If we don't take a running back at 18, I kind of like Carter, the dude from North Carolina.
So what do you like about him?
Just his He seems like I've been watching a lot of highlights on him. He seems like he's a good talent. Like he's got some good assets and stuff. So
okay. Well, I appreciate you coming through, man.
all right, man. Fins up.
right.
Are you be live Thursday?
You already know it, man.
All right, I'll try to jump in, man.
Appreciate you.
All right, man. Fins up later.
All right, peace. Hey, man, I appreciate everybody backstage. Make sure you cam up. Joseph, you next. FPS, I see you. Carter, I see you. Roberto, you got to cam up, homie. And the Griot, I see you, man. Just be patient with me. I'll get to you all. What's up, Joseph? Talk to me, man.
Man, I can't call it slow motion, TD, man. I'm just I'm looking at the draft order, man. I really don't want to do a lot of trading. I want to see Pitts come off that board, come to us. I want to see either Phillips or Michael Parsons come to us. If Parsons ain't there, grab Phillips or the defensive
18
or the defensive end for Penn State. We need an end. We need an end. At 36, I'm not going Najee. I'm not. I'm thinking we could wait a little later and grab Kenny Gainwell from Memphis.
But if you, so let me ask you this. So you talk about Kenny and that ain't a bad idea, but you gonna take that chance really?
Over Najee? Yeah.
Over Najee, over Etienne, over.
Yep. For the running back position, yeah. Because at number 36, second round, I'm grabbing a center.
Okay, I like that.
And so we having Pitts. We're going to either have the DN or Parsons. We're going to grab a center. Then we're going to grab a running back. And then we can still grab a wide receiver. Somebody like Jalen Darden or, somebody along those lines. The wide receiver, Brown. We can grab him. So we can stay where we're at and address almost everything we need to address.
So I understand staying where we're at. So let me ask you this. So you're not a believer in, like, if you really think about it, we accumulated all these assets, and we're using them one by one, but you don't want to get creative in none of it and make the big splash.
Pitts is the big splash.
Is Parsons not a big splash? Because I know you said
if we can get Parsons,
but he ain't gonna be there at 18. He ain't gonna be there though. He ain't gonna be there. I don't want
to risk Parsons. Not on Parsons. If it was somebody, if he was just a little bit more consistent, then yeah. But I wouldn't risk losing one of our draft picks for him. And we just need the foundational pieces, man. We need to get the foundation and roll out with it.
So what you got for us this year, man? We get this draft right. What we gonna do this year?
Here's what I'm thinking. Providing Tua just get a little bit better, a little bit of more improvement. We can go.
Pause. See, I can't allow people to walk around and throw out. See, that was casual, bro. That was casual. A little bit better. Does he need to be a little bit better?
Yeah, he needs to be a little bit better.
Just a little?
Here's why I say a little bit better. Because we got a solid backup.
Oh, come on, man. You either sold all in on Tua or you're not.
It don't go like that. Not at this point of his career. Not at this point.
But you invested in number 5 overall, bro. You either sold or you not. Well, take you out of it. Miami is either sold or they're not. You put a number 5 pick up. We don't need him to be a little better. We need him to take that second jump that Greer and Flores so openly are talking about. Not this little bit.
Well, you always hope for the best. You always hope for the best. Yeah, I would love him to make a magnificent jump. At least 30 touchdowns, maybe 10 interceptions. But he doesn't have to make that jump in order for us to at least have the same record. I feel like last year we overachieved a little bit. I believe we overachieved a little bit.
I'm not going to push back on that.
And so maybe this year we go on with the same record. We slide into the playoffs. Tua gets a little playoff experience, and we matriculate. We build up from there. But we got to get the foundational pieces this year.
That's what makes me nervous, though. If we did overachieve last year, I'm sorry. I'm a firm believer. If we don't at least wild card it out this year, then I'm disappointed in the organization. But that's why I'm nervous, because if we did overachieve, that means we very well could achieve what we did last year and still miss out. And is that okay?
Missing out? No, that's not okay. That's not okay. Not with our draft stock this year. I think the reason why we'll slide in is because we're going to have that one extra game this year.
Yeah, but okay. See, that makes it even rougher, because the one extra game means there's one more you got to win. That's not easy. Here's the deal.
Victory easy.
If we see, this is what people don't understand. If we had one extra game last year, we could have won the last game and still wouldn't have made it, because everybody else would have had the tiebreaker over us because of the loss with Buffalo. You see what I mean? We got and our schedule. I mean, based off of right now, based off of last year's teams, our schedule is going to be tougher, harder. And let me tell you what scares me more than anything that nobody talks about. We're about to be playing a few teams that are about to get brand new quarterbacks, and you never know what you're going to get from them.
That's true. But on the flip side of that, our team, our offensive line, the majority of them are coming to their second year. Tua's coming into his second year. Our team has played together 1 year. So as a team, we're coming together for our second year. So we're getting tighter.
But when it comes to second year, let's be 100 here. There's two things that can happen. You grow from the first year or you digress. And those are two real things. And we have so many second year players that we're hoping that all of them take the latter of the two. But man, that's why I'm just a little nervous. I trust or the organization. I believe in what we're gonna do. It just makes me a little nervous, man. Any last thoughts before I bring somebody else in?
Man, just appreciate being on, man. Keep the good work up, man. The fans up.
Fans up to you, man. Love you, bro.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. We got FPS Bingo about to come through. What's up, FPS?
What's up, TD?
I'm good, man. I can barely hear you.
Hold on.
Now you good? You on the phone?
Yeah. I'm on my phone.
All right, you good? If you want to turn it to the side and sit it down, that might be the best thing.
All right, I got you.
All right, while you're doing that, I'll be right back to you, man. What's up, Carter? What's going on, man? I see you laid back. Wake up, Carter. Wake up. The Dolphins about to play, man.
Yep.
How you doing, young man?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Well, talk to me. What'd you think about this draft?
Well, I kind of think I don't really want all of us to overthink this too much. Like there's not going to be a trade every pick, basically. But I think that hopefully as a Gators fan, I also think that we can just our stars, we could just get Pitts. And then I don't really think we might not even need to trade. I don't know, but we'll see what they think.
So the key is, if we do get Pitts at 6, then what are you going to do at 18? What's important to you?
Well, I think running back is definitely too early. And there's a lot of talent at running back in this draft too, so we don't even need to get it that early. And so probably a lineman or something. Or a linebacker.
So you want to get the center?
Possibly.
Okay. So let me ask you a question real quick. What do you think about Xavier Howard? I just want to ask you, how old are you, by the way?
10.
Young mind, but sound very intelligent, and I love that. So what do you think about Xavier Howard?
I don't know.
Not sure?
Yeah, I think that we might have to trade him if we get like a good deal for him. Since he's he's at like the peak of his career. So if we're gonna get rid of him, we might as well do it now because he just came off the 10 interception season.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's just what I think. So it's probably like, I don't know, we might trade him like this year, or we'll just keep him for a while longer.
Yeah, I totally agree, man. I just wanted to hear it from you, man, because one thing I've learned is kids don't lie and they're very reasonable in their assessment. So I appreciate you coming through. Anything else you got for us?
Yeah. Well, I was thinking like take a linebacker with 18, and I was thinking like Creed Humphrey with the second round pick, and then in the third round we could probably get a running back because there's a lot of them. See,
you know what you're talking about, man. You need to do this more often, all right? Next time I'm live, hopefully I see you again, all right?
I'll try.
All right, thanks for coming through.
Thank you.
See, man, I'm telling y'all, Carter know what he talk about, man. Y'all always getting on me. He know what he talk about. This is the peak of Xavier Howard. You got to do something now, y'all. Got to do something now, man. Shout out to Aiden with the donation saying, this dude, Joseph, a genius. We don't need Parsons. You still on that? Jerome Baker it is, right? Oh, man. Shout out to FPS. I think he's straight now. You good, homie?
Yeah, I'm good, man. You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you just fine, man. Talk to me. What's your thoughts, man?
All right, man. So, number 6 pick. We on the clock. If Kyle Pitts is there, we take him. Even if he's there, the Broncos are calling. We know number 7 is going to be a receiver.
On the elimination game. So now you still talk about if Pitts is on the board. You still might want to make the move because they're going to take a quarterback at 6. What did you say is going to happen at 7?
Lions on the clock. You know, they need a receiver. Jones is gone. Galladay's gone. You got Smith and Waddle on the board.
Smith and Waddle, okay.
You know, so
but then you move down to number 8.
Number 8 is where they might take a quarterback as well. There might be one more extra, depending on.
Or if they don't take a quarterback,
Parsons.
Or so you gambling. Where you from? Where you from? See, you got Bingo. Is that your last name?
Oh, I'm from here, man. You already know.
Yeah. I know you for the crib, but Bingo, is that your real last name?
No.
See, Bingo, FPS Bingo. You a gambler, man.
Nah.
You gambling. You sitting here saying if we had 6 and Pitts is there, you might still want to gamble that he gonna fall to 9.
It's not really a gamble because we're getting pick 40. We're getting pick 40 from the trade.
But you're gonna miss out on Pitts.
Possible.
Gambling, possible.
but that's like similar to like moving up from 3 to 6. Like it's probably like 5 players we like.
No, I get it. Nothing wrong with it. But at the same token, like I told you earlier, I think that if Pitts isn't there at 6, then they're inclined to move to 9 with Denver if they really want to make that move. If their guy, assuming their guy is still there at 6. See, that's another element we didn't talk about. Our guy has to be gone at 6, and their guy still has to be there at 6 for this to actually potentially work. So we don't know if it's going to happen, but on draft day, we can keep our eyes open wide and say, is anything happening? We can't go to sleep on draft night at all. I mean, even if we pick normal 6 and 18, once we pick, if we pick normal at 18, we still got to be, because we don't know what Miami's going to do. They might be right back in the fray. So
also at 18, also at 18 with the Orlando Brown trade, what if Baltimore calls with the 27th and the 31st pick for number 18?
27 and 31 for 18. 27, 31 for 18.
Talk to me, TD. Talk to me.
Now you are talking now. Now you are talking. Now you are talking, because at 18, we're in no man's land. We're sitting here like we should get an edge, maybe this and that. We really don't feel comfortable about what we're going to get. But 27 and 31, and we're still going to have 36. 27, 31, and 6. You still on that trade number 6. 27, 31, and 36. You know, it's I don't know if I could pull the trigger. I got to go to the comment section. What would y'all do? I don't know, because I can't say I wouldn't, because I could see myself doing a lot of stuff with that and automatically have all those fifth-year options with the players I select. But it's tough, man. Well, y'all let me know in the comment section. What would you do? Would you pull the trigger if Baltimore wanted to go to 18? What would you do?
Depending who's on the board at 18.
Yeah, but what do you think really is going to be there that you want to pay that value to?
That's true.
I mean, no, there are some players that could, be there, but that's a tough one. You just brought a real tough one. One to really like. Greer would probably be scratching his head like, "Hey, what should we do here?"
At 18, I like Kwity Paye.
Yeah.
That's like one of my top edges. Azeez Ojulari. I like him too, Players like that, 18, we could grab, but I feel like there's like a drop-off at that point to where it's like there's guys we could bet on and like develop, but, I
like Kwity Paye too. And that's my dilemma, because I think Kwity Paye might be gone somewhere around 15. And then, I like Phillips out of Miami with the concussion concerns, but he played a full season without any, which was a positive sign. But at the same token, I think 18 is too early. If I saw him around 24 and I was there, I would snag him. But 18, that's just giving away a little bit of value. So I'm just a little, so I get it. Kwity Paye would, if he's there at 18, that would be a beautiful move for Miami to make that move as well. But we could do so much. There are so many different scenarios and options. What if Miami is coveting? Let me tell you, somebody brought this up earlier about the center. I would prefer them to go ahead and get Alabama center somewhere in the second or third if you can. Instead of worrying about day one or early second round, I would say get Alabama center. That wouldn't be a bad move either. What do you got going in the second round?
And most of my mocks, I've been reserving my pick 50 for a running back. I know most going to say that's way too low.
It's not, but for the guy that you probably want, you're gambling again. See, you keep gambling, bro. You keep gambling, man.
Hey, we're like a really good position. I feel like, within the earlier rounds, we got a couple good selections. So let's see, at 36. There's a lot of things you could go. I feel like 36 is like the make or break of the draft.
I don't like 36.
I don't like it either.
The reason why I don't like it because you're so close to just moving up and securing a fifth-year option. It's just something with a fifth-year option with me that makes me feel so much better. I don't know it because people don't understand the advantage of the fifth-year option. Sign it. Pick up the fifth-year option after the third year and then give them the big deal, and you're spreading it out. You're adding 2 more years of spreading it out.
Yeah, they say being a second-round pick is better than being a late first-rounder.
Well, I don't know.
Well, in terms of the fifth-year option.
Yeah, I'd rather that fifth-year option. Well, for the player, of course.
Yeah, for the player.
But yeah, man, if that player turns out, man, you got 2 more years at your disposal to spread the big money instead of just a straight-up contract, which is so helpful for an organization. Just my thoughts. Any last thing?
Yeah, I want to ask you one question. I got one name for you. Bobby McCain.
What's the question?
Do you feel like we can upgrade that position? Because honestly, I feel like safety is like one of those positions where you need a playmaker. It's almost like a second quarterback, like, in terms of like on the defense, like similar to like a linebacker.
That's a great question.
I always imagine our defense right now, instead of Bobby McCain, with Minka Fitzpatrick. Like, imagine if we had Byron Jones, Xavier Howard, with Mika instead of Bobby. Not to think like that, but just to like be like, you can obviously upgrade from that position.
Let me answer that. All right. So you just gave me a loaded thing. Let me address one thing first. I'm gonna try to be fast because I feel like this will take forever. No, you're good. I don't want to compare Minka Fitzpatrick with Bobby McCain because they didn't play the same role. Minka didn't want to play a specific role with us. And now all of a sudden he's good with doing that in Pittsburgh. So that is what it is. Bobby McCain actually played better in our secondary than Minka did. Now remember, Minka went on to play better overall, but in a different role. I'll just put it like that. All right. Also, do you notice no one's talking about the safety position? You listen to whatever Dolphins people you want. Nobody's really talking about our safety position, right? But there's a reason for that. There's a reason they aren't. Because no one is jumping the gun on safety for the simple fact that there's been too many rumors that we may be trying to need him back there and or even Noah Igbenogany. When you see what they were able to create out of Rowe and Bobby McCain, and let me be clear, it was a success.
Yeah.
What they were able to create with those guys, and then you add Brandon Jones in it, who's getting quality reps as well. It's a position that you don't need to be worried about, but long-term is still in your head like, we got to do something, though, but there ain't no need to question it. It's not even just upgradable. We just don't see the plan of the future yet, because whatever the plan is, say it is to go ahead with Needham or Noah and mix them in those roles, they still have to work out in those positions. So we're kind of leaving that be. Nobody's really bothering with the safety position. Just like whatever, they'll get another guy in the 4th round that can come in and help as well. And we'll let that play itself out. But for now, we're okay. At the end of the day, we breed secondary. I think we're going to have a niche for in 5 years from now. We're going to be known as a team that breeds secondary players. I'm hoping so. So far, it looks like we're headed in that direction. The Miami Dolphins breed secondary players. They bring the best out of secondary players. And I hope that that's something that stands to be true, because if it does, that means we're going to be in a good place and we're never going to worry about the position, because whoever we work out there, they're going to have the intangibles that we know how to turn into a legit guy in the position. So that's why nobody's talking about it, because there's no need to, because you'd either be jumping the gun or being too passive. So just leave it alone. Let that play out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nobody's crying like, we need to get better, man. Nobody's crying. So it's okay. Whatever they plan on doing back there, I think we have more confidence in that. So we leave it be. But they'll probably draft another guy in the 4th round. All right. Bobby McCain is fine where he is right now, but his replacement is Brandon Jones, in my opinion, and that'll start to take shape even more this year. All right.
No, yeah,
right.
I believe that.
All right. Appreciate you, Bingo, man.
All right, bro.
All right. See you soon. All right. Who we got? Daniel. What's up, man?
What's up, TD?
What's the business, man? Talk to me.
I think we're in firm control of the draft.
You think we're in control?
Yes, we're in firm control of our destiny.
So what is our destiny? Why don't you tell us what is our destiny?
What's up, TD?
Can you hear me, bro?
We're in firm control of our destiny.
Yeah, I'm asking you, Daniel, what is our destiny? What do you think it is? Can you hear me, bro?
Oh, I can hear you.
Yeah. So what do you think we're gonna do in the 1st round?
I think we're gonna draft Kyle Pitts.
You like Kyle Pitts?
Oh yes.
Yeah. What about at 18? What do you see there?
Excuse me?
What do you think we're gonna do with the 18th pick?
I think we're gonna draft a running back. I can hear you.
Which one do you like the most? Which running back?
I think we're gonna go after. We're gonna go after.
Who is that?
Yes.
Which running back did you say?
Gonna go after Travis Etienne.
Ooh, Etienne over Najee, huh?
Najee Harris or Travis Etienne.
Interesting. Let me ask you another question. What do you think our record's gonna be this season?
Well, we were 10-5 last year.
Uh-huh.
We were 10-5 last year, one game from the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
What do you think we'll be this year? What do you think the record will be?
One game away from the playoffs. So we have to really buckle down and put the work into it. If we have to buckle down and put the work into it if we want to kick the door into the playoffs.
I agree with that, man. I think we will buckle down, though. I think we will put the work in and make the playoffs. Tua has to be great this year, and I think that he will be great this year. Do you like Tua?
I mean, every Miami Dolphin player has their breakout season.
Mm-hmm. And I think this is the one for Tua. I think he's about to break out and be that guy for this organization, man. I'm starting to come around and actually believe. And I think we make the playoffs. I think we get 11 wins. I'm starting to edge up to the win total. I think we'll get to 11 wins and we'll make the playoffs and maybe even the Super Bowl. And let me ask you one more question. Do you think we can win a Super Bowl? Do you think we can win a Super Bowl, Daniel? No, I think there's a delay, but no worries, man. I don't know if it's
Oh yeah, I've been thinking about that ever since Tua came to the Dolphins, and we're just one win once on any given Sunday we can make the Super Bowl. Oh
absolutely. Let's
on
go,
any
man.
given Sunday we can win a Super Bowl.
Let's go. Hey, this is the year, man. I think we're going to witness it. We're going to see something special. Our young kid, Tua, is going to rise to the occasion and get us where we need to be, man. But I appreciate you coming through, man. Thank you for stopping by. Don't be a stranger. Come through anytime, all right? I think there's a little delay on his end, but it's all good. All right, man, we're going to move forward. We got Henry Jones. What's up with you, man?
What's good, TD?
I'm great. How you doing? Talk to me.
Hanging in there, man. Hey, man, if we don't get Pitts, I would love the Denver trade. Move back. I would love for us, snatch Jerry Jeudy and get a fourth.
What? Okay, I gotta stop right here because I've been hearing this all over the place. What is this infatuation of thinking that Denver is going to give up Jerry Jeudy? Where is it coming from?
Oh, that's just something I want. I mean, personally. But
how you gonna get him? How you gonna get him? What were you giving up?
They need a quarterback. That's all I'm saying. Hey, if you desperate enough to get a quarterback, all right, give us something we want. We need a receiver.
So give me 9 and Jerry Jeudy.
Yeah, I mean, it's worth a shot.
Hey, bring him to Tua, huh?
Yeah,
I see what you're doing.
I always loved Tua at Alabama, but I'm still a big Deshaun Watson fan. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. I know all the Tua-neers going to have a problem with that, but no, I think Tua going to do his thing this year. But I mean, we need to get that help. We need to have everything, man. All kinds of star power, backups. I mean, because you got injuries, things like that. But I still love to have Pitts at 6.
Absolutely.
If we don't get that, then I say trade back and try to get what you can.
You think there's a potential that if we did trade number 6 with Denver, and because Pitts wasn't on the board, we can get Jerry, Jeudy, and Smith?
That'd be tight, but I would prefer Waddle because
my gosh, the two.
No, hold on. Hear me out. We got we just drafted Fuller.
Mm-hmm.
If we get Jerry, Jeudy, then we have a slot. We complete. And even later on in the draft, if we can get a good running back, and I would say ETN, because therefore Tua has no problem with the passing game. You have no excuse. None.
Facts. And I want people to go check out my community tab on YouTube. There was a guy who did a breakdown of Tua film this year. And read the comment section before you even watch the video, and it'll make you want to watch the video, because everybody in the comment section is right. This was the fairest assessment of Tua Tagovailoa without bias that I have found anywhere. It showed his pros and it showed his cons. Okay.
Right.
And people need to go check that out. I placed the link to the video in my community tab. So go to my community tab when you get a chance and watch the video. It's film study and everything, and it shows you his areas of strength, which are beautiful, but it also shows you his areas where he needs to improve. And listen, and maybe sometimes people need to hear it from someone else that's totally unbiased, to hear it. And all of the things that were issues were fixable. It's going to take some work. This offseason is so important for Tua. That's why these OTAs and all of that, it makes me a little nervous, because it's not going to be traditional again. Again, they're going to be missing out on some of the traditional work on the side because of still having COVID protocols and things of that nature. Said the link, it's in my community tab. If you go to TDPHINSTALK homepage, click on community, and I got it right there as a link. I don't even know who the guy is, but he does a detailed breakdown, film analysis, spot on, straight up spot on. Y'all got to check that out. That's why I posted it on the community tab. Give him some love. Because he put
also, I wanted to ask you, man. I'm like, y'all on the Parson train. I'm like, what happened to Xavier Collins?
No, you're right. But when you're looking at where we're drafting, that's why that whole conversation is coming up.
I get it.
Michael Parsons. But you're right, Collins as well. That's why all these move downs to 9 and all of this stuff. That's possible too.
Well, that's everybody's Christmas wish. I mean, you know what I'm saying? As far as that, you think that would actually happen? Nah. I mean, I would love it to, but I mean, no. That's too much. Like, that's not going to happen.
Listen, every year, everybody's talking about who they want in the draft. I have only seen one time where somebody's gotten the first round pick right. And crazy enough, that was Dolphins fan. He said Tua was going to be a Miami Dolphin. That's who they want. That's who they've been wanting. That's who they're going to get. He stuck to it, and it came out to be prophetically true. They got Tua. That is the only pick in my experience, being a Dolphins fan, that I have ever heard anybody get right in the first round.
You sure that was or was his twin brother?
See, now you got it.
I love him. He's funny, but I love him.
You got it, man. But outside of that, I have never seen somebody guess a first round pick correct for the Miami Dolphins. It just is never, in my experience. All right. So that's why all of these wish lists and all the stuff that we want to happen, Is it gonna happen? I don't know. You know, but at the same token, it just depends on how everything falls.
Well, it's just a wish list. I mean, shit. If we can get, excuse my language, my bad.
You're good.
If we can get the first 6-7 draft picks, I mean, you know what I'm saying, they'll be happy. I mean, you know what I'm saying, we already know that's not gonna happen. But you know, people talk ridiculous and think these things, but like you said, most of them might be just fans of the person, but not a true Miami Dolphin fan or actually what we really need.
Exactly, man.
You know what I'm
it's
saying?
Crazy, man. But what else you got for me? Anything else?
No, man. I just want to say I appreciate the show. I've been a football player all my life.
Nice.
I appreciate you actually showing me the business side. I love it. I appreciate you for everything you do, man. Your success, and I want to shout out Mr. Ballgame. Dudley Durong already signed to his channel. He's from Jersey. I'm from Jersey. I live in Atlanta, by the way. And I love Ball Game's perspective. Is off the chain.
Man, I got to hit Ball Game up tonight, man. I appreciate you, though, man. And listen, believe it or not, those are my favorite streams, the business side of it.
Yeah.
Those are my favorite streams.
I'm glad. Yeah, you put me up on game on that. I was like, wow, I ain't think about that. I always just thought, you know, like everybody else, I want this person, that person, but you know, you got to think about it from the business perspective.
Yeah, does it make sense?
If I owned the business, how would I handle it? You know what I mean? So I appreciate that, my brother, for real.
Nah, I appreciate you coming through. Don't be a stranger, man. Love to see you again. All right.
All right, man. Peace out, man. Have a blessed one. You and the wifey.
The same to you. I appreciate that. Fins up.
For sure. All right.
That's what's up, man. Ooh, look who backstage. I got the homie backstage dressed in all red like you know me. Obanobi. Look at that smile. Ooh, let's go, Dolphins. Let's go,
Dolphins. Let's go, Dolphins, baby. I got the Pro Bowl Dolphin hat on. Thanks to Quinte Riddle. Thank you very much, bro. I'm going to send you a handwritten thank you note for the thing you did.
Is it Quinte or Quint?
Quinte, it doesn't matter. He responds to both of them.
I always said Quint. I ain't know.
Okay.
But that's what's up. Oh, he hooked you up with the hat?
Brother hooked me up with the Pro Bowl joint, among other things.
You ain't supposed to tell nobody that. Now I'm jealous. Now I'm going to call him out for it. That's what's up. How you been, man?
Been all right, man. Been all right. Hey, you know what? People think about what the Dolphins, the wish list. But what if things go astray? What if Atlanta chooses Pitts? What happens if they choose a quarterback? Those are the two things that, to me, will determine what Greer does at 6. Because if they choose Pitts, he's more than likely trading down to get that Denver pick and probably choose Parsons at 9. And then maybe even trade down a little bit for Slater, that tackle. That's the way I could see it happening.
Yeah.
Because if Atlanta chooses Pitts, which is possible, I mean, everybody thinks that 4 quarterbacks are going, but what if it doesn't? Then there's a quarterback available, whether that's Fields or Lance or Jones. You can't tell me that Denver's not going to want to trade up. Now, if they do trade up and they swap picks, Parsons is in play because it's highly unlikely that Carolina's going to choose a linebacker because they need offensive line help. And
real quick,
go ahead.
My bad. Real quick, you think Slater going to be there at 18 though?
No. He might be there or Tevin Jenkins, but then that's going to facilitate if Slater's gone, that's going to facilitate another trade down to where you get the value of Jenkins at probably 27, 28, 29, something like that. So that's why I'm saying if Pitts is not available at 6 for the Dolphins, don't be surprised if you see Grab and Greer go and grab some extra 2nd round and 3rd round picks, which your team I mean, everybody likes the stars of the number one, the number one draft pick, but your second and third round that build the nucleus of your team.
Yeah.
And if you can get a Rondale Moore or a Quinn Munez or a Josh Myers at center as well, those two centers, and still be able to get either Etienne or a Javon Hamilton with that 36 pick or the 40th pick or whatever additional second round picks they have, you could see them getting not just those 2 first round picks, but maybe 3, 4, or 5 second round picks if they trade Baker. Because if they draft Parsons, Baker's going to trade Baker. That's why they have not offered to renegotiate Baker's contract, because they want to see how the draft goes. The same with Gesicki.
Yep.
They want to see first and foremost if they get Pitts. If they get Pitts, believe me, Gesicki's going to be in a package deal to get a second round or a first round pick. He might not be enough to get a first round pick by himself, but with some of the future assets they've built, they may want to decide to go put a little bit more chips into the center of the table for a first round pick. So they might get 3. I mean, there's so many options that they could do, whether or not they get that second or third round pick, and who's available with respect to how Atlanta picks their draft pick, whether they draft Pitts or they draft Field or Jones.
So everybody's at the mercy of Atlanta, really. What they're really going to do.
Everybody's talking about the Dolphins control the draft. I don't think so. I think Atlanta is the place that all the chips fall from that decision. Because
my bad, real quick.
Go ahead.
Could you see anybody else blowing it up early?
I don't think the Patriots have enough assets to warrant moving all the way up to 3. They might be able to get to 9, and that's where you might see a trade back between Denver and the Patriots if Fields is gone. Because if Fields is gone, then Lance would be the 4th quarterback, and I don't think Denver would want a long-term project at quarterback. They would more want somebody who could come in and possibly challenge Drew Lock. And if that's not the case, then the Patriots, I could see them moving up to 15 to get Lance. That's the only player. The Cowboys, they would be foolish to try to move up from 10 to 4 to get picks. That would be the most foolish. That would set their franchise back 2 years in the development of their defense.
But it's Jerry Jones. Let me tell you something. Don't underestimate Jerry Jones, and here's why. The reason why people have to take that threat serious is because if he wants anything replaced, he wants his next Jason Witten. He wants that next tight end that you see the Emmett. Oh, I got Zeke for my Emmett. Troy. Oh, I got Dak for my. He need his next Jason Witten, and he gonna sit back and chill and hope that they figure something out and score more than everybody else because the defense trash.
Well, they might be an exciting team, but they would lose 48-46 or 48-42 every week.
But he think they gonna win 48-46.
They not gonna be able to do that. So that's why I say that they would be foolish to do that. Now, if the Dolphins did trade back with Denver and things went the way where Pitts was taken, the Denver pick, Parsons is in play, which means then Baker is the first one packaged for an additional first round pick with maybe the one of the 2023 first round picks. Baker move up back into the draft, into the first round, choose somebody else. Maybe they choose Trevon Mooring, the safety, because you don't need just one. You got one with Brandon Jones, but you need a second one as well. So they may be thinking in the future about Bobby McCain and Eric Rowe, you know, in that manner. I mean, there's a lot of ways, but as long as they end up getting a center, a wide receiver, and a running back in that second round, those second round picks, I'm happy. Now I would like to see Rondale Moore, and I would like to see Quinn Munez and either Javonte Hamilton, or Travis Etienne. But
let me ask you a question. I'm gonna ask everybody in the comment section to respond, but I want you to answer it, Dwayne.
Sure.
So I look at this roster. We're already built to go to war without the draft. When we draft these players, I think there are going to be some good players that are actually cut in camp.
Oh, no doubt.
Like some guys that we think are going to be on the roster, we're not going to be able to have on the roster. Like we already got a 53-man team that can rock right now. We about to add by 7, 8, 9. And those guys are guaranteed almost the roster.
I'm telling you, Jakeem Grant, he's worried. He is worried. Either Gesicki or Shaheen is worried. Okay.
They're gonna have to move on from some of these guys.
They're gonna have to move on from somebody. And if they choose a Parsons, Baker is susceptible to being traded and or released. I don't think they would want to release him. I think they would want to trade him. So that's why that activity would happen in the draft during the draft. But
it's gonna be a wild.
It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. Okay, it's gonna be fun. And I would anticipate. I could see Greer using some current assets, i.e., players, and future assets to move back into the first round, especially if they was to stay at 6 and get Pitts, because then they would love to get Micah Parsons. But if not, they still want to get a tackle and a linebacker. Now, Jenkins is available. Javon Collins is available. Those are the two pieces that I could see them trying to move future assets and current players in a trade to get in position to get one of them. Because if they could get 3, if they could come away with 3 first-round draft picks in this draft, combine that with the 3 or 4 second-round picks, you know, they sitting back day 3 and they like, okay, what can we do to get some 4th, 3rd, 4th, 5th round assets for next year's draft?
Yeah, because that's what worries me. This is what worries me, because we have what we're not talking about is all those projects we got in the back that are currently on the roster.
And
all the Kirk Merritts and all the you know what I mean? We got a lot of them back there that are promising.
That is why Van Noy was released, because you got a Jason Strowbridge and a Tyson Render, and they, you know, you listen to Greer's press conference, he was saying, look, there's players on the roster. He didn't say the active roster, but he said on the roster. That includes those practice squad players that he's looking to see if they can truly move into important roles, taking 20 to 30 snaps on a consistent basis. That lines up for Tyson Render, Jason Strowbridge, Benito Jones. You know, that's what they're hoping, that players can show the improvement. Two is not the only one that they're looking for a sophomore boost. They're looking for those 3 players along with a Kirk Merritt and or a what's the other guy? Matt Cole to show improvement. Where
Benito?
Benito Jones is still on the practice squad.
I mean, all of these guys, man.
That's why I'm saying You don't know how much trading and that Greer's gonna do. He's gonna be a madman during this draft. He's gonna be a madman because he's either gonna be trading those assets for picks now or trading assets. When I say what I'm talking about now with the assets is the future assets and top-notch players to make room for those players that are coming up from behind. Because again, the salary cap ramifications of moving some of those players relieves a lot of pressure on Greer if the talent can flow to the top. Don't get involved. Don't fall in love with the players. Stay in love with the logo.
They're gonna have to float. They're gonna have to float to the top, though, man. I got some more people on waiting.
Yeah, man. Go ahead.
But hey, I'll see you. I'll see you Thursday night, right?
Yep.
All right, I'll see you then. I appreciate you, Dwayne. Anything else before you go?
Go Dolphins! Go Dolphins! Go Dolphins! Go Dolphins! Yeah, baby.
Let's get it. You already know what time it is, man. Love you, bro. I'll talk to you soon. Man, hey, that hat was fire. Super fire, man. Hey, I'm a little jealous. I'm gonna have to get with Quint. All right, man. Let's keep it moving right along, man. We got the homie. What's up, EM? Hey, Brian, I'm coming to you. Caleb, I see you back there. I'm coming to y'all one by one. We working our way around. What's up, EM?
TD, what's good, homie? What's going on, man?
Is this EM Foolish Talk or his wise brother?
Yeah. Here you go. You know, it's always a pleasure when I can come on TD Foolish Talk and talk football. Talk football with you, homie. What's going on, man?
I'm good, man. Let's say more about you for coming on the Foolish Talk, right?
Yeah. That's a good point. But yeah, all this draft talk, man. I tell you, I've just been, man. I tell you, Thursday can't get here soon enough. It cannot get here soon enough. I cannot wait.
These rumblings. Wait. Like now, when you say you can't wait, you sound like there's a hidden agenda under it. Like you know something, and you feel like something's gonna happen that nobody else believes. So, what's that about?
Well, I don't know anything, but I just have this feeling, man. I think something big is gonna happen. Either shortly, like as closer we get to Thursday, or on draft night. I don't think the Dolphins are just going to sit there at 6-18. I think either a trade down is an option. I think Chris Greer, a lot of people have been mentioning this. I think we can all agree Kyle Pitts is the target, and I think we can all agree with that. But if he's not on the board, I think that trade down to 9 is an option. And then I think Chris Greer, if they trade down to 9 and select a player like Michael Parsons or a Jalen Waddle, I anticipate them being aggressive with that 18th pick and trying to go back up or drop down. You know what I mean? So I think it's gonna be a lot of movement with our front office. I don't think they're just gonna stand pat there at 6-18.
What's up with you and Waddle, man? I know you've been saying that a lot. Do you not like Smith?
No, I don't want. I'm staying away from Devontae Smith in the top 10, bro.
Well,
I'm gonna be honest with you. That's the only thing that's gonna make me unhappy and get my blood pressure boiling come draft day. If they select him, listen, TD. I've said this on other platforms, and I'm so I can remain consistent. I just have issues drafting a player in the top 10 with that profile. I'm sorry.
What profiles? What profile? Because I'm gonna ask you a clarifying question,
bro. Barely over 6 foot. Okay, 160, 165 soaking wet. And he didn't come out and test. You know what I mean? He didn't come out and run. And to me, in this offseason, with all of these inflated combine, athletic combine numbers, you would think this would be the year he would have more incentive to come out and run and and get that confirmation, get that 40 time confirmed on tape. But he opted not to do that. He didn't lift. He didn't do anything. So me personally, I think that was for a reason, because I don't think he doesn't have dynamic speed, in my opinion. I don't see dynamic speed on tape. Okay, yeah, he's a good route runner. I'll give him that. But when you're talking about translating to the next level, in my opinion, it's all about getting off the line of scrimmage. Everything in the National Football League is about the line of scrimmage. And I just have issues with a player with the lack of upper body strength, and a player that size coming into the league and giving you. Now, again, I'm talking about primarily from a top 10 perspective. I'm not saying the kid shouldn't be drafted in the first round, later in the first round, but the top 10, it's a reason why players that have those dimensions do not get pushed up draft boards. It does not happen. All of these people are throwing out these names like Chad Johnson, Marvin Harrisons of the world, Stephon Diggs.
The one-offs.
Stephon Diggs. Where were these guys drafted? That's my rebuttal to each and every one of them that keep throwing these names up. So stop it. In my opinion, bro, I'm telling you, that's the only thing that's going to get me upset come Thursday. And again, I'm not trying to speak anything negative on that young brother. He could come in and be a productive player. But again, in the top 10, I'm staying away from him if I'm the Miami Dolphins. And I saw a report earlier as well that quietly Chris Greer feels the same way. So,
well, let me tell you something. Let me respond to that, because believe it or not, I agree with you. You don't know what they're going to turn out to be, but let me tell you what makes me nervous. Greer and Flores, they've been doing all the good things. There's just something about when they go to like Alabama's pro day and all of this type of stuff, and they're talking with Nick Saban. Man, we can't forget what Nick Saban did to us, okay? And I feel like this. He was a Dolphins coach.
Oh, as a coach. Okay.
As a coach.
I thought you were going somewhere else, but no. Go ahead.
I be feeling like they in bed with Nick Saban, and this man is selling us a bag of nickels, man. I mean, I just be feeling like they're taking they taking his I don't know how to explain it, man. I just hope they ain't in bed to where they're just going off of what he says, and they're just going with it and getting in bed. I just hope they're not getting in bed with Alabama.
No, I mean, but you can't not, Nick Saban's football mind. I mean, he's one of the greatest football minds we've ever seen.
That sound all good. Nope, that sound all good when you drafting the best player at every position every year. I mean, you recruiting the best player at every position every year. But when you come to the NFL, you boo-boo trash the food. Okay? I don't care. I'm not discounting his football mind. But when you have the leverage of having the best player at every single position in college football every year, but you come to the NFL when you got your real test and you fail the test with flying colors, that's all that matters to me.
Well, so you said they were talking to you saw an article where they were talking to him?
Yeah, every time I see the clips of them like Greer or Flores at Alabama and they talking with Nick Saban with the paper over their mouth, snickering and laughing and just having a good old time, I just be like, man,
they gave us Tua. Okay, they gave us, Raekwon Davis. I think we are off to a very good, as far as our track record of drafting Alabama players. I think we're in a good place right now.
All right, well, since you want to say that, I hope they take Smith at 6 then. Then I hope they take Smith. All right, then.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. No, don't speak that. Don't speak that, TD. No, don't do that.
According to you, we're on a good pace. We're doing good. All right, then.
But I mean, you can't, bro. You got to consider they all come from under that Bill Belichick umbrella, Bill Parcells umbrella. So they've known each other for years. So sure, but yeah, Alabama, like you just said, they have their pick of the litter in terms of elite blue chip talent that comes to that program every year. Why wouldn't you want to just lean on, speak with him about a player, lean on his they know the players better than everybody else does. So if it's a player that they're interested in, just like I'm sure they had I'm sure they had a lot of dialogue about Tua Tagovailoa as well as Raekwon Davis because they knew they were going to pick him high in this draft. So if it's a player, hopefully it's not Devontae Smith, it's Jalen Waddle. But I mean, why wouldn't you want to? I mean, that's just a smart business-like approach to player evaluation. If it's me, if you're asking me, but we'll see.
I like Waddle, but would you take Waddle at 6?
You know what, TD, I would. I would. Initially I was, and I still am. I'm still this.
So profile. Hold on. Let me cut in real quick. Profile player, you taking Waddle over Parsons if you have to.
If we didn't have Benardrick McKinney, I wouldn't.
Yeah, but they're not gonna line up Parsons and Benardrick McKinney's spot. That's not where he's gonna be.
I understand, but I can't even believe I'm saying this. You have players. I can't believe I'm actually about to say this. You have Jerome Baker in that other complementary role to that Mike linebacker role in our base defense. Jerome Baker gave you very good production when they changed his role last year. So you got players like Vince Beagle that can play that off-ball stack linebacker role next to Benardrick McKinney in his base. I like Parsons a lot. Don't get me wrong. I love his athleticism. But when you look in Parsons' tape, what's concerning to me is that a player with that size, with that build, he's 6'3", 250. Man, he likes to get around traffic and he likes to get around contact too much for me. But again, I think Flores can motivate him and coach that out of him. But I think he relies too much at the point. He tries to get around contact as opposed to seeking and moving through contact.
Who?
Micah Parsons, bro. Look at the tape.
Okay. Yeah, no, you're right. I thought you were talking about Jerome Baker. I'm like, it's been 3 years, bro, but I get it now. No, I'm not disagreeing with you. I was really legitimately asking you, Parsons or Waddle, who would you pick first if they both were available for you? And you said Waddle, right?
I would, if we didn't have, again, TD, if we didn't have McKinney, a player like his caliber already in house, I would maybe lean towards Michael Parsons. Again, there's some concern with him, but his athleticism is ridiculous. That I know there's a lot. What I just said and highlighted about the concern about him circumventing contact and trying to get around as opposed to seeking. You want guys that are on the interior to be more at the point of engagement. You want them to be more eager to seek out contact, not circumvent it, so to speak. And Parsons, he does have, there's some tape out there with him. I'm not calling that man soft. Don't get me wrong, but his athleticism, it is too good to pass up on. I think Flores can coach that out of him. But since we have McKinney, I would go Jalen. If Pitts is not on the board, I would go Jalen Waddle at this point. He offers too much value. You can play him on a boundary. You can play him in the slot. He offers the kickoff return ability as well as the punt return aspect of it. I mean, he's a player that can impact the game in 5 different positions. 5. He's one of those play. I mean, bro, checks every box. So, and he's got that elite dynamic, ability in terms of speed. That again, that's what puts the fear of God in defensive backs at the next level. So yeah, I would go Waddle at this point.
If we don't draft Waddle at 6, where does Waddle go?
Where does he go, man?
Because he's the one where it's hard for me to peg where he goes because he can either be taken between 7 and 10, or he's the type of guy that, based off of need of some of these teams, could be looked over because of how people look at Smith for some reason. But I can't pin down.
I think definitely if Waddle doesn't go in the top 10, I think Philadelphia is definitely an option at 12.
So you think he could fall all the way to 12?
I mean, you look at the player. I mean, does anybody pick him? Like, what? Does Carolina need a receiver? You think they're going to invest a top tier pick on a receiver? Denver definitely isn't. The Cowboys aren't. Maybe Detroit.
The
I
Lions?
think Detroit is maybe Detroit, but you have. Yeah, he could go to 7. He could, but they could be high on Devontae Smith. They might want to make that investment in Devontae Smith. Who knows? But I'm just saying, if either one of those guys doesn't go at 7, I think they're in for somewhat of a slide. I think.
So let me switch gears real quick. Change those. So what do you think is happening at 18 around that pick now?
Man, it's I tell you, this year's draft is so much harder to forecast because if you look at our roster as we're sitting here tonight, bro, it's really not many glaring holes. I mean, there's not one glaring hole on this roster, in my opinion. So if you're sitting there, if you go, let's say, for instance, if Pitts is there on the board at 6, obviously you're going with him at 6. But 18, I've seen a lot of people throwing out the possibility of them going tackle. No, I think the Dolphins are content with what they have in-house with Austin Jackson and Robert Hunt. I think they want to continue that investment. Why are you laughing?
Because if people think they're gonna go tackle, they might as well say we're gonna go corner too then.
But
I mean, we've done it so often, man. We should be done in those areas.
I think at 18, if Pitts is if we take Pitts at 6, TD, and Micah Parsons is within, if he gets to, let's say, 11, which is a possibility. I think Carolina's a possibility for him there. They possibly want to draft their next Luke Kuechly maybe. But if he gets by Carolina at 8, if he starts to slide a little bit, I can see the Dolphins trading up because I've seen multiple reports that Flores is really high on this kid's athleticism and his upside. So,
which one?
Micah Parsons.
Yeah, I know. That's the crazy thing about it. It's almost like that Raekwon Davis pick, his excitement in the draft room.
Yeah,
it's like I think he would love to see that if he could. Go ahead.
But definitely a trade. Again, this is another year where they can do unconventional things, and I think they're they can either trade up or trade down. Man, everything is on the table. It's so difficult again to try to figure out what they're doing because they can go in any direction they choose to because the roster is already set for the most part, and it's just difficult, man. So that's what's going to make this draft probably for me personally, the most exciting because it's just so many different avenues that they can go down, bro. And you can't, they could be ultra aggressive. They could be ultra conservative with trade downs. You know what I mean? And try to parlay picks, a lot of picks for next year. It's just, man, everything's on the table at this point, bro.
You weren't here earlier, but I got a question for you. If you can answer it and tell me why, okay? I'm gonna give you 5 names, and I want you to tell me on day 1 who is most likely to be traded. Okay? And don't mean any of them will get traded, but who's most likely and why do you think that is? Mike Gesicki, Xavier Howard, Jerome Baker, Bobby McCain, Devontae Parker.
Who's most likely to get traded?
Most
wow,
likely.
TD, you ruthless up here, bro. You just want to get rid of everybody, don't you?
I don't want to get rid of nobody. I just asked you a question.
Well, I think me personally, and again, this is not, how everybody knows how I feel about Xavier Howard, the player. But to me, he just makes, I think, number one, you can get the most value for him. And it's all about, it basically comes down to, do you see him in your 3-year window? Do you see him in your 3-year projection from now? And if you don't, again, he's 28 years old. He's had durability issues, and he's coming off his best season that he's ever had. And so now, if he's not in that window, you have to sit down and have that conversation about trading him, bro, at this point, because now it's a buyer's market. It's a seller's market now. So this is the time when you get the most for him. So if you wait, his trade value is never going to be this high. So me personally, if we'd had this conversation a month ago, TD, I thought it was, a very good possibility that Xavier Howard would have been traded by now. But I don't know the Dolphins. Well, I mean, again, bro, it's just difficult, man. It's difficult for me to try to project. But it would be Xavier Howard, and it's just because about what you can get back for him now. And again, all the things I just highlighted.
So who would be number 2?
Mm.
And we'll stop there. But who do you think would be number 2?
Parker.
I would say Parker as well.
Why?
His contract is very tradable. And then also if they get, I think they're gonna, there's a logjam at wide receiver, bro. Just an absolute logjam. You go out and you make that kind of, I know it's a 1-year deal, but you bring in a big time player, through free agency with Will Fuller. You bring back Albert Wilson. I don't think Alan Hurns is going to be on this roster, come start opening day, but I think Albert Wilson has a very good chance of making this roster. And it's a logjam there. And, Parker, he's, again, 28 years old, durability issues. He had a, he had a productive season last year, and you can get probably a second or third, more likely a third pick for him. But it would be Devontae Parker, and that's pain. It hurts me to say that because I love Devontae, and I want to see him. I don't want to take away from Tua's weapons. I want this team. I want them to give Tua every weapon. It's put him in the best situation for him to be successful. And I think Parker could be a big part of that because I believe in his ability if he can stay healthy. But, I just think if they go wide receiver first round, Parker is the next one on the list, bro.
What bothers me about Parker is he done played 6 seasons in this league, and only 1 season he's played 16 games.
Yep.
And in only 1 season, he's reached a milestone over 1,000 yards. Matter of fact, let me go a little further. This man hasn't achieved more than 800 yards but 1 time. And not because he doesn't have the talent, but see, we know he has the talent, but the problem is top receivers, bro. It makes you wonder what happened to the day where you got a perennial 1,000-yard receiver like those guys.
I agree.
And we just don't have it. We don't, and that's an issue. And see, I'm starting to talk like literally on the spot, talking myself into why we need a wide receiver, even though we don't need a wide receiver.
Well, I understand all the durability concerns, and I have my concerns as well. But I just, again, it'd be one thing if we were paying him $15-16 million, TD. He has a very, very team-friendly contract. So it's not like we're sitting here paying him $20 million. No. So that's why I think the Dolphins will be more, why they have been so willing to hang on to him, because they had made the only big investment they make was the first-round pick. So, but in terms of contract-wise, he has a very team-friendly deal. So, but I think, again, they believe in his ability as well. So hopefully this year, I've seen, photos and videos of him working out this off season. So, hopefully, he can be relatively healthy. And because I just think Parker, he's proven he can make big plays in this league. You know what I mean? Rare plays that it's, a select few at that position can consistently make. And again, if he just gets this durability issue under control, Parker can be a huge, huge asset for us this year. You know what I mean? And again, I don't want to take away from what Tua had, I don't want to take talent away from Tua. I don't.
So let me break that down real quick. I'm coming to you, Donald. Let me just one more thing on Parker. When you look at the numbers contractually, it's real hard to move off of Parker.
Mm-hmm.
And let me tell you why. This year he's gonna count $12 million against the cap. All right. Mm-hmm. And you can't move on because it's $16 million dead cap. Mm. All right. But here's where it gets tricky. In 2022, he's gonna count $9 million versus the cap, which goes down, right? Mm-hmm. But you still operate almost $6 million in dead cap. Is it worth it to eat a dead cap of $6 million or just keep the player for $9 million?
I hear you. I get it. But me personally,
that's why it would have to be in a form of a trade.
Right.
Potentially.
I'm not cutting him. I'm not cutting Devontae Parker. It would have to be a trade. But me personally, no, I would rather hang on to him. I would. I just believe in his ability.
But who do you think is going to pick up $12 million this year? You see what I'm saying? That's why I don't even like him in the scenario. That's why whoever we pick at 6 is going to be very eye-opening, and or maybe the 9th pick. Because if we do bring a guy like Michael Parsons in, that's the one thing that I don't know. I have never gauged this. What is Jerome Baker's value from a trade capital standpoint? Like what draft round do you get for Jerome Baker? I have no clue.
Yeah,
I can't. That's one guy I myself cannot quantify from a draft pick standpoint what he's worth.
If we'd had this conversation, this time last year, I would have said we'd be lucky to get a 5th, 6th round pick for him. But he had a productive year. Last year, if you look at his statistics, and I
just feel like he's worth more as a Dolphin than he is as a draft pick.
Jerome Baker, you think?
No, don't get me wrong. He has his limitations, but as a Dolphin, he's still serviceable. We're not like with McKinney coming in. I think that this is the breakout for him. He lucked out by McKinney being here. This is his opportunity to flourish.
But I mean, if a team is, if you can get him for, if you can get that, because I think Jerome Baker was a 3rd round pick when we drafted him, right? If you could get that back for him, I wouldn't hesitate to pull the trigger. If you identify a 4-3 team, if he goes to a 4-3, a team that that has a 4-3 base, I could see like a team like Seattle maybe, or.
So you just think he's not cutting out in the 3-4?
Well, I just don't think our scheme is the best suited for his skill set. I just don't. So, but if Atlanta, Seattle, one of these base 4-3. I'll tell you another team as well. Cleveland, they need linebacker help. They're a 4-3 base team as well. He would fit in perfect as their will linebacker in that defense, bro. I think that would be a good team to trade him to. So, if we could get that 3rd round pick that we initially drafted him on, I wouldn't hesitate to pull the trigger, especially if you get Michael Parsons, in the 1st round. I wouldn't. Because, again, you got people are discounting, an under-radar signing that the Dolphins did this offseason that people are not, that is glossing over. A lot of people say is the signing of Vince Beagle. People forget the 2019 version. He was extremely productive for us. We deployed him, on an edge. He played that off-the-ball stack linebacker on the interior as well. You got Vince Beagle back there. You know what I mean? So if you do select Michael Parsons, what really do you need Jerome Baker for? And especially him coming up in a contract year. Now's the time, again, similar to, Xavier Howard. Now's the time to move away from him if you can get compensation for him. So if you draft a linebacker that's similar skill set to Jerome Baker, that high, bro, you're not going to re-sign him. You're not re-signing Jerome Baker. So why not move away from him and get something for him now? So that'd be my approach.
Gesicki's potentially in the same situation unless we do a two tight end set. Hey, Donald, what you got on this?
What's up, fellas? How y'all doing this evening?
Donald, what's going on, man?
Man, slipping and sliding, peeping and hiding. I just finished up my last final for the semester. Oh, thank you, Jesus.
Wow. You, that's what's up.
That was hard, but I digress for just a minute. TD, let me ask you a question. What's the hottest movie that's playing right now?
The hottest movie that's playing right now. I haven't been on movies. I mean, I don't know what's going on right now. Is it Mortal Kombat or something?
Close. It's Godzilla versus King Kong.
Okay.
All right. And I'm not going to do a spoiler alert, but what I am going to say is this. They got Mecha Godzilla in the midst of this particular film. And he becomes who he is because he has the head of King Ghidorah. Now, if you don't know who King Ghidorah is, he was the three-headed monster that fought Godzilla in his own film in 2014. The reason why I bring this up is this. If the Dolphins pick Pitts at 6, I can deal with it. I deal with it, but I still don't think that's the best scenario for the Miami Dolphins. We're talking long term. I'm looking ahead right now. The best thing for Miami is to get Penei Sewell, get Penei Sewell. And the reason behind it is as follows. One, you have brought up about what position is going to probably be the one that they could potentially pass on. I do not believe they are going to pass on running back. I do believe they're going to try to get a bell cow at running back. It's not going to be 18, but it could be 36. If Sewell is not there, or if they miss on Pitts, that's the only way in which I could see Miami moving down. But if you get Sewell, we go from being a potential contender to an absolute contender. And the reason why I say this is this. Even with the trade that went on with Orlando Brown going from Baltimore to KC, KC has automatically put themselves back into a position to whereas they can potentially get back to the Super Bowl. You look at Baltimore, even getting rid of Brown, their line is back as strong as ever anyway. They don't have that problem. We, on the other hand, I'm not giving up on our linemen, but I don't want a good offensive line. I want a great offensive line. I believe if we get Penei Sewell, put him on the right side to protect Tua's blind side, kick Hunt to guard, we can still try to get us a center, which you're absolutely right. 2022, we don't have one, so we need to get one. We need to do that and get a running back. That will take more pressure off of Tua Tagovailoa than anything else. The receivers we have are fine. I'm not saying they're the best, but they're fine. If you get a running game to take that pressure off, y'all got to remember, I saw the Dolphins when they went to 3 straight Super Bowls. And what made them dangerous? That 300-headed monster that was behind that offensive line that they had, Zonka, Kick, and Morris. Greasy only threw that ball 8 times in a Super Bowl. That's the lowest ever being thrown in a Super Bowl. 8 times. But what I did see from Greasy too, because he was hurt when he was in that 72 Super Bowl, I watched his maturation. He got better every year because he had those guys behind him. He didn't have to force no balls. 73 Dolphins actually were better than the undefeated team. They could put points up and match it with anybody. If you want to see Tua go from good to great, that's the reason why I put there in the chat. From good to great. I don't want a good team. I want a great team. We got to stop looking at the here and now and thinking that guess what? One player is going to do that as a receiver. I'm sorry. That's not going to do it. I'd rather for it to be a lineman to whereas we can have a roll grader and a pass protector, and that is Penei Sewell. And he's generational. We got a chance to get 2 players that are considered to be generational. Either one, I'm okay with. But if we don't get any one of those players due to the fact of them either being picked up which I can live with because that's the name of the draft. If we lose them because somebody else get them, okay, I can deal with it. You get the best available. But don't come out here saying, okay, yeah, we just need to get a receiver and that's going to do everything that it is to it. No, I can see Pitts because Gesicki is on the last year of his contract, and I could definitely see Penny Sewell because guess what? Our O-line immediately goes to credibility, and we need to do that. And man, look at Reason. What's up, baby? How you doing?
What's up, bro? As the conductor of the Penny Sewell train, I endorse this message.
What's going on, Reason? What's going on, bro?
But Donald, you make a good point because you know what? You at 6 could take Pitts. You could come right back at 18. I did it in my mock draft. You could take Tevin Jenkins. And you got that mean right tackle because a Penny Sewell or a Tevin Jenkins, it's a ripple effect. You kick Hunt inside, and I think his ceiling is higher inside. And Kinley goes back to his natural position at left guard, and Flowers plays where he plays best, riding the pine. And you got your young, and you let your young guys develop, right? Like Austin Jackson can continue. Like I liked what I saw a lot more from Austin Jackson before he got the foot injury than what I saw from Hunt in the last half. I don't listen to the PFF stuff. I trust my eyes, right? And yeah, he was a beast in run pro, but in pass pro, like, he was constantly in Tua's lap, right? And, if anyone had watched Tua at Alabama, it got to the point where, we always talked about, especially me and EM, when we were always up here, his ability to climb the pocket, his pocket awareness. And what did he turn into? He was bailing. First sense of pressure, he was getting out of the pocket. He wasn't climbing it and looking comfortable. And I think the protection had a lot to do with that. So I totally agree with you. Like I've been saying, at 6, it's got to be one of the two P's, Pitts or Panay. You know what I mean?
I can't, if they're sitting there at 6, I mean, I can't, reason we talked about this privately, I can't offer any pushback if the Dolphins even, and I'm not going to shed any tears if they opt to go, Sewell at 6.
Value, right?
But the value, that's immense value sitting there anywhere in the top 10 to get a player of that.
Well, when was the last time you've ever seen the top tackle in the draft fall to 6?
I agree.
Usually they go in the top 4, top 3.
I agree.
And Reason, let's add this. Our running backs, they did an admirable job behind a decent O-line. Can you imagine, even if we don't get the Najee Harris or the Etienne or the Williams, if we don't even get the running back, can you imagine them running behind that line, starting with Sewell and Austin on the ends and Hunt and what's the big boy from who is that?
Solomon Kinley.
Kinley in the at the guards, and then we got Score, and we don't know the progression of Dieter. But even if we can even draft a Dickerson or Minor, oh my goodness, and we get them, oh my goodness, we no longer are average. We are no longer good. We are on the verge of being great. And it's going to help with Tua's progression. It's going to be ridiculous.
You know what, Donald? Like I love Kenneth Gainwell. I think everyone's sleeping on him, but I think they love Michael Carter. I would not be surprised if the first 3 go and they're like, you know what, we'll get Michael Carter at 50 or 81. Another guy, Kylan Hill out of Mississippi State. That's a beast that could produce behind this line if you set the line. Listen, if you set that offensive line to what it can be, you're just going to make Tua's life easier, the running back life easier. You know what I mean? So it's a ripple effect.
I cannot offer any pushback, but I just think I'm coming with the mindset that I think the Dolphins they want to further that investment on those 2 players at those 2 positions. That's just what I think. And I could be totally off base.
My only thing I would say to you, EM, is why did they go out and get Isaiah Wilson? I don't think they thought he was going to be a swing. I thought they were legitimately thought they were going to get starting reps.
You think so?
Yeah.
And now that's legit.
Fluker.
Yeah, they got Fluker now.
Now I know he plays right guard, but if you go back, his first 2 seasons. It's his first 2 seasons in San Diego. They weren't LA yet. When they had him at right tackle, he was good. You know what I mean? Like, and I was talking with Richmond Webb about this. He thinks they're going to play him at tackle.
Does he really?
So, Like it just screams like, you know, I think they saw that they can upgrade that and kick Hunt in. I really do.
Yes.
Because of the pass pro, not because of run sets, because he's phenomenal again in the run. But I think they saw, okay, we can upgrade that position in pass pro aspect.
Mm-hmm.
It can be situational because I mean I think he's proven as well at the guard position getting to the next level in run blocking.
But who would be the odd man out though? That's the thing. See, I'm saying
that's
the
the
odd
beauty
man
of
out would be
the
left guard.
Trade him. I'm telling you, trade him to Seattle. Seattle is desperate for line help. Say, you know what? We'll swap picks at some point and take Flowers. Go. Get the $10.5 million off the books, man.
Hey, Brian, feel free to hop in, man. I know you've been waiting for like an hour backstage. So if you have something to say, man. Can you hear us, Brian?
Yeah, man. What's up, bro?
Oh, great,
Wait,
man. Talk to us real quick. I wanted you to get an opportunity to say something. I know you've been backstage for a long time.
Yeah, man. Yeah, long time no see, bro. Yeah, man. I know draft's coming soon, and look, bro. I don't know, man, but at 6, I can honestly see us going for like receiver because since I know we looking pretty good at O-line, but I think the 3 guys that come to mind for me a receiver are Smith, Chase, and Waddle, but I think out of those 3 I probably would want to go Devonta Smith more because I kind of like him more as a player, so I'd say I'd go for him at 6. In my opinion,
well,
you're useful, but I say I go for him at 6.
So you're bringing up a good question, and anybody can answer. So the Bengals, who do they covet more, a potential Penei Sewell or Chase?
I think they want Chase because they run their like top 3 highest 3 receiver sets in the NFL, and their 3rd receiver right now is Auden Tate. And if you actually go back and watch that injury to Joe Burrow, it wasn't on a tackle; it was on the right guard. And I think they're gonna I think they're gonna take Jamar Chase at 5, and I think they're gonna turn around in the 2nd round and get a guy like Wyatt Davis or Trey Smith. That's what I think they're going to do.
Makes sense to me.
The interior is trash in Cincinnati right now.
Yeah.
And they got running backs too. So you know good and well they want to address the middle of the line in order so that they can go ahead and get it. And their top pick from 2019, he was hurt. So now he plays this year. So
Jonah Williams.
Yeah, Jonah Williams. So now that's going to be right on. So like I'm saying, right now, Miami has got a strike while the fire is hot right now, to me. And I also believe one last thing, and I'm going to get off because, like I said, you just don't know. This was great background noise while I was doing my test, and I was sitting up here doing this. But the one thing that I'm concerned about with the Dolphins, we can go for the hot player right now, but I'm looking long term. Like I said, if this rebuild is going to be done, we still got to get a zero tech, which I know we can get later on in the later rounds. To me, we still need another one because I do like Raekwon, but I really believe in Brian Flores' scheme of defense. He wants to move Raekwon out to either spell Christian Wilkins either a time or 2 or play him on the other side. So that way he doesn't have to absorb those double teams in the middle because he does have some pass rush move and he's tall enough to whereas he can garner the run. I do believe they still need a zero tech like a Tyler Shelvin to be right there, that space eater to just say, come here, you not going nowhere. I take your double teams and you're not going to get but 1 yard right here. I still think that, but we will see.
I would agree.
Yes.
I would agree with that.
So I'm looking at it, and I do believe that Flores does like Parsons. However, if we get a Zaven Collins, we get or get the kid from Kentucky,
Cameron Davis.
I can see that being the pick too, so that way it can replace Jerome Baker in case they move on from him. I can see that as well. Like I said, I'm open to all these things. The only thing I just don't want them to do is screw up number 6. The only way you screw up number 6
If you take
don't
Devontae
sit.
Smith. If you
Yes.
take Devontae Smith.
Yeah, well, but you know what, EM? I will say this.
Yeah,
I understand the trepidation about it, but if Pitts and Sewell are gone, if
I'm
they're
going
gone,
with Jalen Waddle. Jalen Waddle. I'm gonna take Waddle over Devontae Smith all day.
and that could be either or. I understand that. I do understand it, but I can, if they're gone, that's the only reason why I won't gripe or complain about what happens at 6. If they're gone, and Sewell is gone, and Pitts are gone, and they got selected either by the Falcons or Cincinnati before we get a chance to make that pick at 6, hey, I'm good with it. Whatever they want to try to do, move out the pick, get more assets, go ahead and move down, and then we address other needs. I'm totally fine with that. But if you stay at 6, if it's not one of those two guys with the last name of P, this is a jacked up draft. I'm just telling you, it's jacked up.
Come on, man. Look, my thing is, okay, I understand. Listen, I understand from an athletic standpoint. Penei Sewell has, the upside is ridiculous from an athletic standpoint. Mm-hmm. But my only, again, it's two things for me. I still think the Dolphins, and you make a good point, Reason, them kicking the tires with Isaiah Wilson. I just think they're comfortable with. I think Robert Hunt showed enough, especially in the run game, to where they're going to let they're going to let both of them develop, Austin Jackson as well as Robert Hunt. And what if Hunt develops to just good? If he turns out to be a good player, it's not like the guy was a train wreck. You know what I'm saying? I understand that you want the upgrade from an athletic standpoint, but if he improves technique, if he drops some weight, you know what I mean? Film study will help him, in terms of him recognizing how defensive fronts are, how defensive fronts are scheming the line in general, the communication improves. What if he develops just to a good guy, a good tackle? That's really all you need. You don't need a quote unquote generational player at that position to get where we need to get, in my opinion. Now, it would be nice to have that, or a player develops to a generational talent, but is it really needed? Do you have to go back into the draft at number 6 and make another investment when you just made a first round investment last year and a high second round pick last year and a 4th round pick? So I just think,
EM,
go ahead.
You make good points, and I'm not giving up on Hunt. I am not. But what I will say, the difference is this. Hunt reminds me of who's the tackle that we traded to Denver?
Oh, Jawan James?
Jawan James. He reminds me of that type of tackle that can last maybe 3 to 5, give you 3 to 5 good years. If we want a tackle,
Robert Hunt?
Yeah, Hunt. I'm sorry, Hunt.
Okay.
He reminds me of that. But if we want a tackle like a Richmond Webb, we get a Penei Sewell, where it's going to protect Dan Marino's blind side, not for a contract, not even for 2 contracts, but for a decade.
Mm-hmm.
That's the kind of player we need right now. That's why you tear down and build up. And that's what we're trying to do right now. And because, again, we're still going to have to experiment with the center position. You got a new center. You got 2 new offensive coordinators coming in. And I'm telling you right now, with Eric Studesville, he wants to run the rock. This offensive philosophy, he's going to change the philosophy of what's going on right now. And I'm telling you, with that being said, this is what you need right now. You need a line that can get results. And I'm not saying I like what we had in our rookies last year, but if we're sitting up here talking and expecting that from a quarterback who didn't have an offseason and coming off an injury like Tua last year and expecting the world from him last year, and now we're expecting more this year, I say no less the same for everybody else that's on that roster. We got a chance to upgrade it and make it outstanding.
But again, I understand, Sewell is an upgrade athletically, but it's just, to me, that people just automatically think, and pass protection, but it's just mind-boggling to me to think you're just they're not forecasting that rookie learning curve. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're thinking this guy, you're just gonna plug him in there, and we're gonna get a Tristan Wirth-like performance from him. No, he's an anomaly. How often does that happen? So there's gonna be struggles with this kid, just like any rookie. You know what I mean? So I just, again, like I said, I just think I don't think he's needed at the end of the day. For us to be successful, I don't think he's needed. I just don't. I think, if the overall run game improves, that alone is going to help the pass protection overall, in my opinion. So again, I've been saying that from day one. That is what Brian Flores is trying to replicate in terms of, what Tua had at his disposal at Alabama. It's not necessarily receivers, that run game, because that's what's going to benefit his game. That's a play action based, RPO based approach. That's the best way to deploy Tua Tagovailoa. But you can't have that unless you don't have that running game. And I think that's what he's replicating. But Robert Hunt was very good in the run game last year. Very good. So I just don't think a player, him, Slater, I don't think another first round tackle is needed at this point. I just don't. So, and I could be totally off base and totally wrong. Put Atu up and turn in. He could come into the league and just absolutely, he can be Tristan Wirfs. He can be, Jonathan Ogden. He might, and it's not an indictment on the kid's ability. But I just don't think for this team, I think Hunt showed enough, in particular in the run game. Hopefully another year for him, and to get in an off-season program to get his body right. I think he definitely needs to shed some weight, get stronger again, learn the NFL game. Once he gets acclimated to the NFL game, I just think, again, will he be the generational player? Maybe not, but is that real? I just don't think it's really needed to get where we need to get to. So
you can kind of use Jesse Davis as an example here, though. Look at how better Jesse Davis was with Solomon Kinley working on in terms of passing off combo blocks, picking up stunts, recognizing loopers and stunts and twists, and then Hunt comes in and it's an absolute disaster on that right side. And you got to ask yourself, what would you rather, Fluker and Hunt, or Hunt and Jenkins, or Hunt and Sewell? And I know what I'm taking in that situation. I just don't like Fluker isn't a dominant run blocker. He's good. He's good. He's good.
Yeah, he's all right.
He's good. He's all right.
He's all right.
But he's not going to move the needle for that right side right now. And you go back and you watch that. What's that kid's name? Derval Querez Nato, whatever that international player is.
Yes.
They just put out footage last week of him working at center. Well, guess who was working at right guard? Robert Hunt. Right? And left guard was working with Kinley. That's why I think there's a reason why you've seen them with the boxing videos and all the workout videos. It's been Kinley and Hunt together for some reason. And I don't think that's because Kinley's going to be playing at right guard. I think that's because he's getting them acclimated to, this is what it's going to take to be a guard in the NFL. I truly believe they're going to kick the kid inside because I don't think he has the aptitude yet. And I don't really necessarily like him in open space unless he's getting to the second level run blocking. So
the reason, all those things that you put, all those.
He doesn't have the lateral movement, right? He doesn't have the lateral movement. And the other thing you can't coach is he doesn't have the hip flexibility when he drops his butt. You either have that or you don't when you drop your butt. And he just doesn't have that. That's why I said my comp to him was Brandon Schreff. Brandon Schreff was a tackle, came out. What did Washington do? Kicked him inside, right? And I keep asking, why are you going to keep experimenting to see if you got the guy at right tackle when you pretty much know if I kick this guy inside, I'm going to get Pro Bowl, all pro caliber play? That's what kind of boggles my mind with the situation of, dude, you don't need to be a scout or the top level talent evaluator to know he just fits better on the inside. So why keep playing with that, especially when it's the blind side? Why keep playing with that fire when you're going to get, if I know I'm going to get a higher level of play at a guy at a different position, I'm going to move him to that position. But this is the stubbornness of coaches, right? They think they can develop. They think they can, I can get that out of the kid. So, and he's going through another new offensive line coach too, right? So
sometimes that approach works out, sometimes it doesn't. But I think, again, like all of the issues that you pointed out about picking up, the lack of communication, that just comes with repetition, NFL quality repetition. So I get it. I think obviously, Sewell's an upgrade athletically, but I just have a feeling, bro, and it's not. I'm not hearing anything, or nobody was told me that. I just have a feeling that they want to further that. I don't think they are willing to go into this draft and invest a top 10 pick on another lineman. I just don't believe that. First round pick, especially.
And you're right. You might be right, Ian, but I will say this: you don't make two moves to get a right tackle in the offseason.
But you can't. It's not like they traded a second round pick to bring in Isaiah Wilson as well. I mean, the only thing it costed them was a swap of seventh round pick. I mean, who wouldn't make that? Who wouldn't make that trade to bring in maybe you? I mean, it's like it's turning over rocks. You could strike gold at some point. So
let's be honest, they were never going to pay what Baltimore wanted for Orlando Brown, and then have to pay him, right? Because he wants to go to left tackle. He doesn't want him to stay at right tackle, right?
Absolutely.
Yes. And so you know what? Perhaps they will stay at that, but I'm just gonna say I'm gonna put it out there, at least for myself. If we keep everything as is, I can believe that we may improve one game, go from 10-6, go to 11.
Just one, really?
Just one. If we keep everything as is, that's what I'm saying.
Totally
everything as is.
So you think Penei Sewell is going to come in and make that much of a difference to improve upon that one game?
Well, again, the way I look at the draft is this: when a person comes in, when you select a player for a draft, how many needs are you addressing? Penei Sewell and Pitts are the only two individuals where I saw them addressing 4 needs that the Dolphins have, and they can help in all of those things. If they don't select on the first number 6 pick, I'm gonna keep stressing that for number 6. If they don't pick Pitts or Sewell, those two guys which can take care of 4 to 6 needs on the offensive side of the ball by themselves, I don't think it's a successful draft. That's just me. You got to knock it out the park with your first.
I get it. And again,
but if they don't get him, I'm good with it. Especially if you get Pitts. But if Sewell is sitting there and Pitts is not, and you still sitting up here contemplating getting a wide receiver, I think you have lost the focus of what they tried to do starting in 2019, tearing everything down and building it up. If you want this to be done, you get your right tackle. Now you got bookends that can last for 2 contracts. And then 2 guards that can be there. And the only one that we have to really be sold on for this year is getting a center. Score is all right. I think he's an upgrade over Karras. That's me. We can see from that standpoint. And if we get that bell cow running back, and reason, I don't know how you feel about this, but I think the people going to love Malcolm Brown. Like I'm saying, Malcolm Brown has done something over the years that a lot of players, a lot of running backs hadn't done. He has always averaged over 4+ yards per carry. Always. He has good vision. He hits the hole and he runs hard. We hadn't had a running back like that since Jay Ajayi. We got one on the roster, but at the same time, I'm a realist. If we're going to get that running back to match with what we're trying to do with this team to take us to a new level, not just make the playoffs or a wild card, but to try to make some room to win a playoff game, this is where it starts. You get your right tackle, you get your running back, get a bell cow running back, and you go ahead and you address those other needs that we need to get. So, like I'm saying, I'm excited about it, and Flores and Greer I trust right now. And let's go.
Yeah, someone said to me that Malcolm Brown, when I had Ben Albright on, he said Malcolm Brown is just like Leroy Horde, where the coach would go up to Leroy Horde and said, hey, I need 2 yards. Coach, I'll get you 3. Hey, Leroy, I need 4 yards. Coach, I'll get you 3. That's exactly what he got for, right? You know what I mean? Hey, I'll get you 3. Hey, I need 3. I'll get you 4. Hey, I need 5. I'll get you 4. You know what I mean? He's just consistent, right?
Yes.
So Donald, you think you said to get that bell cow running back. So So you're thinking that a first round investment is a possibility?
It's a possibility. I think at 36, that's where they're looking.
36 would be better.
Yes, I think at 36, if you get, I would love Harris. I'm with Finsanity on that. I've been chiming for Najee Harris, but not at 18. Not at 18. But if by chance they either move down and get him later, I'm okay with it. I don't want Pittsburgh to get him because then we gonna have some problems. But if we can get him, or Buffalo, and that's another team that I'm scared that might get him.
And the Jets.
And the Jets. If we can get him and they can build that camaraderie, we got some running backs, 3 different types of running backs in Harris or Etienne or Williams, and then Brown spelling him, and then bringing in Gaskin to come in there. We got a 3-headed monster like we did in 70 from 71 to 73. That's what we need. And that's what I want to be featured. So that way that Tua can not only go through his progressions, but the pressure won't be as hard. If we can get people just to sit up here and say, oh man, them Dolphins, it's a 3rd and 3. They're going to run the ball. Oh my goodness. What can play action pass do now for Tua Tagovailoa? As accurate as he is.
Or Donald. Here's a crazy thought. Imagine them knowing the run's coming. We run the ball and we get the first down anyways. It's been a while.
I know, right? When the last time we've seen that?
Since we had the unicorn line with the jive.
Yes.
Time, right?
Yes. That would be such a beautiful thing. But I'm going to let y'all go.
Those are days that we just...
I love y'all.
All right, Donald.
I'm going to be on all of y'all stations come draft night. I'm gonna letting you know.
I won't be. I won't be.
Yeah, you're gonna be off. You're gonna be off getting drunk.
I'll be on afterwards, after the draft, but not.
I don't know. A little piece of me wants him to take Devontae Smith and a camera be right on.
No,
when that happens, bro.
No, you don't want to see that. Nobody wants to see that. Trust me. Nobody wants to see that.
All right, y'all. Listen, man. We were supposed to have this stream, y'all. We were supposed to have this stream for 2 hours. We reached well over 3 hours, and I have an obligation that I have to make sure that I go take care of. So I'm gonna have to end the stream. Caleb, stick around because I just want to go ahead and let you speak for like 1 minute because I know you were backstage for an hour and a half. And I finally was able to bring you on, man. I'm so sorry about that. But again, I appreciate everybody who came on tonight. Thank you so much for coming through, EM. Reason, man, as always. You want to say something before I go to Caleb Reason?
No, I just, bro, like 5 days away, it feels like Christmas. You know what I mean?
I know. I can't wait.
I can't wait, man. But the thing I like is there's so, you know what? I'm not going to be mad if they take Devontae Smith. You know what I mean? I'm not going to be mad. He's the best route runner. He's the best route runner in the draft. Would I personally take Devontae Smith? No, I had Waddle, my number 1 receiver, on my big board for a reason. So, you know, there's 3 guys I would take before him: Panay, Pitts, and Waddle all day. But I would get it. I would understand why they did it.
Reason I want to ask you real quick, bro. Have you been hearing anything? Any chatter? Privately?
No, it's pretty quiet right now, bro.
Quiet. I asked you the same thing, so it's quiet. I
know. Matt Canada from PFN put out there that us trading back for what he's gauging, the possibility on the table is us trading back from 18 and taking a tackle. I was like, what kind of sense does that make? But hey,
listen. The only thing that can make me go, what, on draft night is if we take a quarterback at 6. All right, and we're going to end it on that note.
Here we go.
But I appreciate y'all coming through, man. Let me
have a good one, TD. Thanks for having me on.
No problem. I'm going to hit you up, bro.
All right, buddy. Have a good one.
All right.
Listen, Caleb, man, talk to me, man. Again, I'm so sorry for having you wait that long. Please forgive me. Talk to me, man. What's your thoughts?
I just can't wait for the draft, see the outcomes, who's on the roster, and then training camp. That's next. And then some guys, like you were saying earlier, like Reason was just saying not too long ago, that Eric Flowers might be gone because if we get Sewell and put him at right tackle and then move the whole line, and then center in the second round, Quinn Miners isn't a bad pick either.
No, it's not.
Just my view on it, pass catcher wouldn't be bad, O-line wouldn't be bad. You can't go wrong. You really can't go wrong with the 6th pick unless you take Devontae Smith, which I wouldn't hate if we traded back and then worried about Devontae Smith or Waddle.
But what about at 6?
6. I'll probably go Pitts if he's there or Sewell. I like Chase, but I don't know what Bengals are going to do with their O-line. They really need some O-line help because they have Jonah Williams and then they got the tackle from Minnesota. So you really don't know what they can do. And Atlanta is just up in the air because you don't know. Yeah, because you don't know if they like Matt Ryan. But a player I really like at 18 that everyone's kind of sleeping on is Azeez Ojulari.
So what do you love most about him?
He can just get to the quarterback fast, knows how to, it's like a swim move and all that. And he does what a great pass rusher does. And I think if he gets to a perfect system, and I think Brian Flores can teach him right, I think he can just transition this pass rush. Because last year, some games we couldn't get to the quarterback. Because Ogba couldn't do it his own, and then the few games that Wilkins was out with COVID, and then Shaq Lawson just wasn't doing much.
You bring up a good point because we have to scheme up the pressure versus just sending the front and getting there, and that's something that we got to get better at in that regards.
Yeah, because sometimes our front 4 couldn't do it. That's why we had to send all the heavy blitzes, and then that's what burnt us on some plays too, and makes all the corners look bad. But whatever happens in the draft, I like Javonte Williams from North Carolina. He's probably my second back. Yep. Whatever we do, I trust Greer.
But where do you prefer to take a running back?
In the second round. I don't think first round is good because there's not many holes that you have to fill, but there still are holes in this team that is shining. Like that Buffalo game, our O-line did decent where they held up sometimes, and then the pass catchers just couldn't do anything. Hit them in the hands and just dropped it. That's why if we make playoffs, it'll be tough versus teams like Baltimore or all those teams that have good defenses with this young offense.
And getting better.
Yep, that's exactly the reason. So
wow, man. But no, man, Caleb, man, I appreciate you coming through, homie. Hopefully next time I can have you on a lot longer and sooner. So next time I'm live and I open it up, I hope to see you, man. I wish I didn't have to run because I love to continue to enjoy the conversation. But quick question, one more question before I let you go, though. What's the record next year?
11-6, 10-7, around that range.
Playoffs?
I see playoffs.
See, you play. Nah. Hold on. You say you see playoffs, but you gonna give me 11-6 to make me feel okay about that. But then say a potential 10-7.
But also, if our pick's good and San Francisco sucks, we got another high draft pick and more draft capital.
True. So, see, you moving ahead though. I asked you about the playoffs. We going or not?
I think we go, but it'll be tough in the first round. With Tua's young, how young Tua is, and if he can make the jump, which I hope he does as a young quarterback.
Yeah, he will.
I believe he will. If Parker can stay healthy, if Fuller can stay healthy, and then if Preston Williams can finish the season, which I would love to see. And then if we take Pitts and Gesicki wouldn't be a bad option either.
That's a whole nother scenario, man. That's scary.
That would be scary.
Man, but I appreciate you coming through. Thanks a lot, man.
Welcome.
Fins up to you, brother.
Fins.
Man, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in tonight to TD Fans Talk, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. Listen, what a great stream. This was a lot of fun for me. Definitely got to talk some real good Dolphins football tonight. A lot of different perspectives, a lot of different thoughts on everything. I really, really, really do hope you all enjoyed the stream. And we're going to continue to do what we do, make the best content that we possibly can. And I don't even know how to say it enough. Thank y'all for tuning in. I think we had almost 500 people at one point. We're still at 387 likes. Get that like up, y'all. Hit that like button. But I appreciate everybody once again who donated to the channel. Y'all got to let me know, did the mic sound good tonight? I haven't even calibrated it yet. I haven't messed with the different levels. Y'all got to tell me, did the mic sound good tonight? Because I want to make sure that the investment, all of, the love and support y'all show via donations was worth it. I did my best. We got the industry's best standard microphone. So y'all got to let me know. Mic on point. Cool. Mic sounds amazing. Nice. I'm glad to hear it. I haven't even heard it yet. I have to play this back to see what it sounds like. Man, Mike was good. Bro, you're a Dolphin star. I don't know about star. All right. I'm very controversial in the Dolphins world, according to many people. All right. It's good. Sup, TD? Great, TD. Good sound. It was on point. Cool, man. I wonder what it's gonna be like when I actually calibrate it and turn the switches to what it's supposed to be on. I just hooked it up and said, "Oh, I'm excited. Let me go live." Good sound on mic, clear, excellent. Finn Show, TD sounded great. Smash the like button, follow and share. Oh, my wife in here. She said, "Hi, Vic. I love you right back. Send love to your wife for me." Yay, the wife is still up. She not asleep yet. Mike sounds good. Yeah, you're going 10-7. Listen, we going 17-0, baby. Love-hate relationship with TD. Well, I love you. I don't hate you. All right. It ain't no love-hate between us. You might love-hate me, but I love you. All right. Alexia, Somerville. So, hey, let's keep that love going. But I get what you're saying. I'm just messing with you. TD, you're good. 12, 1, 2, 3. Hillary. Hi, Hillary. We'll do good stream. I enjoy seeing all the different people. Yes, everybody who came on, thank you so much, man. Ball Game was in the comment section. He wasn't on, but I appreciate what he was doing in the comment section, man. Adding a lot of value. I was reading a lot of the things he said, which were great points, and I repeated some of them. Finsanity was rocking with us tonight. We had EM on, Donald, Vic was in the comment section. Reason came through. Even Doug was here earlier. I remember, yeah. Doug was here earlier as well, man. This was a Dolphin party tonight, man. We're going to have a lot more of these to come. So get ready, get ready, get ready. This is TD Fans Talk, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. Again, thank you all for the love. Thank you for the support. Thank you for 400 likes right there, all right? We're going to have our draft party on Thursday night. I'll be live about an hour to an hour and a half before the draft. We're going to have the pre-draft show. Then I'm going to end that, take me 5 minutes, get my ice and all my water ready, and then we're going to have the draft show, all right? So we're going to be ready. It's going to be going down, all right? It's going to go down. TD got to get Ball Game. Oh, we good. I was talking to, believe it or not, during the stream, I was talking to Ball Game for quite some time via text. So we're good. Dwayne, now I almost forgot. Dwayne came through. We had a lot of new people that came through that I've never seen before, add some great value to the channel. So hopefully they're not going to be a stranger. They come through on a consistent basis. All right. But the draft is going to be crazy. We're going to have our draft party. Y'all got to tell me, what's your draft meal? I mean, what are you getting? Are you grabbing a pizza? You grabbing some wings? Well, I don't even know what should I do for draft night? I haven't even thought about it yet, man. I got to see, man. Don't forget me, TDS. Brian came through, man. You froze on the screen on me, Brian. Chef Jew in the house. Yes, we're going to be there in 2 weeks, Chef Jew. We need to hook up, man. All right. When you going live again, bro? Tomorrow. We got to go live about the fact that the Miami Dolphins might be drafting a franchise quarterback at 6. No, I'm just messing with y'all. I don't want to send y'all to bed having nightmares, especially the two of these. Oh man, I don't want y'all going crazy. Vic said draft is wings and ribs on the smoker. Ooh, Vic, man, I might have to bring all the equipment and pull up to the house, Vic. Hey, now don't tempt me, Vic. Miami said steak. Mr. Miami 305 said Popeye's chicken. But you don't know nothing about them Cajun sparkles though. See, you talking Popeye's chicken. If you don't know nothing about the Cajun sparkles, next time you go to Popeyes, if you get any chicken, make sure you ask for the Cajun sparkles. See, a lot of people don't know that. They won't tell you about it. It's something you got to ask for. Ain't nothing. Trust me. Trust me when I tell you. All right. Whole nother level. All right. Oh man, Vic said, "Let's go, TD." Nah, Vic, because I may never leave, Vic. I might move in. All right. The only way the draft will send me to nightmares is if we go defense with both first round picks. Ooh, Parsons and an edge. You never know. You never know. Stop giving things away. The enemy listened to the station. So this here, everyone's listening. If there's a secret play that you like, don't call his name because the enemy is this then. Robert, I don't understand what you're saying. But maybe rewrite it, or maybe I'm just reading too fast. God bless you, TD. I pray you have much success going forward. Hey, God already got my back, Sacks. But thanks for reaffirming it. I'll tell you that. 2 or 3 agree. You already know what time it is, all right? Ocala rocks, TD. Let's cook, my friend. Hey, Vic, man, chill, man. Vic, you gonna have me pull up now. You gonna have me pull up. What's your draft day meal? I don't know yet. Let me tell you, I got to be honest with y'all. I don't come up with my draft day meal. See, I may sit there and be like, I guess I'm just going to have this. And my wife, she's the one. She be like, this is the draft. You got to have this. You got to have. Listen, I already know what time it is. All right. So I don't know what the draft meal is. The wife probably just going to hook me up regardless. She probably going to have some wings, have some this, have some that. I don't know. All right. So we'll see. Caviar, TD. No, I don't do caviar. I've seen where it came from. No, I've never tried it, never will. Okay. I eat nothing that's coming from the belly of a fish. It just ain't me. If it's for you, hey, to each his own. All right. Someone give me what Robert is taking. Oh, Lord. Hey, TD, reasons and other guys, this was a great show tonight. I really enjoyed it. Thursday will be here before we do it. Are you ready for some football? Excuse me, Robert. I be reading slow sometimes, but I'm ready, man. Thursday will be here real soon. And shout out to everybody who was here tonight, man. It was a play. It was just a ball. All right. TD draft party in Central Florida. Bring it, man. Next time, Vic. Next time. It's certain things like draft, season openers, season finale. I have to have in my humble abode. I have to stay home for it. That's just how it is. Sometimes season opener, I hit the road and go to the game, but we'll see. This draft will be interesting. Yes, it will. But I'm finna get out of here. I know I'm boring y'all right now reading all these comments. But again, love y'all, love y'all, love y'all. Shout out to the mod squad for holding the comment section down all night. We were rocking and rolling. Astro with the donation said, can't wait for the draft, TD. I'll be here. That's what's up. I appreciate you so much. All right. The wifey said, yes, let's do it, Vic. Oh, Lord, you're going to have us packing up. Psalms 91. The real reason. TD, command them. Jesus is popping. Jesus been popping and always will be. Walk it like we talk it. He always will be. Meeting you in Miami, TD. When? You got to let me know because I'm in Central Florida too. Don't forget that. All right. Don't forget that. All right. God bless, Justin. TD, what's Ocala rock? FS at 305 thing, not an up north thing. Just Ocala rock. Ocala is Ocala, just like where you from should rock, right? That's Vic repping his hometown. That's all. It ain't no individual thing. It's just, where I'm at rocks, where I'm from rocks. It's just whatever you want it to be. What's up? Peace, brother TD, sister Hillary. Have a blessed day and good weekend. Peace out. Much love and respect. Shout out to you, man. What's up, TD, man? You quiet tonight. What am I quiet about? be brainwashed, lost. All right, man, it's time for me to get out of here. I'm reading some crazy stuff now. I will be here on Thursday, TD, and maybe on the show before draft starts. Yes, you will be allowed to come on pre-draft. Once that stream ends, I'll be drafting live. I'll have specific individuals that's already been invited on. And then at the end of the draft on night one, we will have the post-game show, and we will be bringing people in, all right? So it's going to be a whole event, all right? It's probably going to start somewhere around 6 p.m., 6:30. What time the draft start? Look at me. I got to figure out what time it started, but I'm sure y'all know. What time it start again? Is it like 8? It probably 7. I'm probably way off. Y'all let me know right now real quick, all right? What time the draft start again? TD, bring you and your family ribs for the draft. Vic, man, you push it, Vic. You push it. You all right now? You're gonna eat you out of house at home. 8 o'clock. So the draft pregame show is gonna be around 6:30. All right. It's gonna be like 6:30 to like 7:45. Then I'm gonna get off. In those 15 minutes, I'm gonna be setting up, get my stuff together. Then we're gonna have the show. And after draft night, all 32 picks are in. We're going to stop that stream, and we're going to have the post-draft show where I want to hear from y'all. I'm not going to hear from y'all during the draft. I'm only going to hear from the people who are going to be live with me that I bring in and out. But after the show, we're going to have the post-draft show. I'm going to hear from y'all. What did you think? Are you excited? Listen, if we make good picks, I'm just going to be lit. You know, I'm going to be going crazy. That's all it's about for me, the future. That's what I'm about, all right? But anywho, love y'all. Appreciate y'all. This is TD Fans Talk, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. We love y'all, and we really do. Peace. We are out. See y'all tomorrow.